Hello everyone and welcome to another Sovereign Citizen Sunday. How are you all doing? PK the Lost, thank you for resubscribing with a 5-month streak. What fun and fantastic 5 months. Can't wait for many more. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Today we're just going to be looking at some Sovereign Citizen stuff. Nothing in particular, although I did find someone that's pretty interesting. I actually found a person who is a Sovereign Citizen who posts their own interactions with the police on their own YouTube channel. So we have 4 videos, I believe, of him. So we'll check those out. Oh, and he goes to Mexico City and tries to pull the Sovereign Citizen stuff on, Mexican police. So I don't know how that's gonna go for him. This stuff doesn't even fly in the United States. I can't imagine it's gonna fly when you're from another country and you're going into another country and you're trying to tell them, your laws don't apply to me. That doesn't seem like that's gonna go well. So we'll see how it works. The season of sweaters. Yes, this is a sweater that I'm wearing. So, how are you all doing? Yesterday, we did Friendsgiving at Jake's.
Nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Cherry Tree Boy, thank you for subscribing with a 4-month streak. Cherry Tree Boy says, hey, Hannah, my first Sovereign Citizen Sunday. Ain't it neat? Yeah. And, D. Humsrum, thank you for subscribing.
There's nothing
We
funny
watched
about the
a,
tools of capitalism.
hold on, let me... Well, I'm not going to open Netflix just in case, even though I wouldn't play an actual video, obviously, because that'd be copyright infringement. But we watched a movie. It was a Bruce Willis movie. It was really bad. It was fun. Let's see. What's the most... It was recent. Hold on. 2020. Hard Kill! We all watched this movie called Hard Kill, and it wanted to be Die Hard very badly, but it wasn't. It just sucked. So, I would recommend Hard Kill if you have a bunch of friends and you're gonna make fun of it, because it's very bad. Did I watch the RTMM video? RTMM. I don't know what RTMM means as an acronym. If you tell me the full thing, maybe I'll know what you're talking about, though. Oh, Ralph the Movie Maker. No, I actually haven't watched Ralph the Movie Maker in probably 6 months or so. I gotta go catch up on his videos. I know he's done bad Bruce Willis movies in the past, though. Bruce Willis doesn't give a fuck anymore, and it's pretty sad, but, you know. Bruce Willis is gonna do what Bruce Willis is gonna do. But this movie had some of the worst performances, like, ever. Jesse Metcalf was the main guy in it. Bruce Willis clearly shot his scenes all in 1 day, or maybe 2 days, I don't know. And the rest of it was just all in an abandoned warehouse that they shot in Ohio. Oh, Bruce Willis's first scene, by the way, is in a limousine, and I'm like 99% sure it's a real limousine, because we see the outside of it, and we see the inside, and it's a real limousine. I'm 99% sure Bruce Willis said, I will be in your movie, but when we're shooting half these scenes with me, it will be in a limousine. The limousine will pick me up from my house. I will get in the limousine, we will film the scenes, and then I will leave the limousine. Like, there's... That just seems to me that... It was weird that he was in a limo, is my point. It seemed like it was just Bruce Willis didn't want to film, and he's like, if I'm filming your shitty movie, you're bringing a limousine to my house, and I'm not stepping foot outside of this goddamn limousine. Ralph mentioned it was 1 day. That sounds about right. That's basically, Bruce Willis at this point doesn't give a fuck. So what he does is he lends himself to all these really terrible action movies. So he's on, you know, multiple bad movies on Netflix, but they're direct-to-DVD stuff too. And I think he's like, you pay me $5 million and I will show up for 1 day, and then you can put me on the cover of your film like it's a Bruce Willis movie. It's so bizarre, but you know what? How much can I blame Bruce Willis? You know what I mean? Like, if someone's willing to pay me $5 million for 1 day of work, am I not gonna do it? I get it. Winchanter with 20 bits. Cop Out was bad. I've never seen Cop Out, and I don't think I'll ever watch Cop Out. I'm not the biggest, oh god, I always confuse his name with his name from 30 Rock. Tracy Morgan. That's his real name, right? Tracy Jordan was his name in 30 Rock. I'm not the biggest fan of his, so I never was interested in it. Yes, guys, by the way, Baja Blast's birthday is tomorrow, so everyone wish Baja a happy birthday.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
The Ender 92, thank you for subscribing with a 5-month streak. Ayo, 6 months I just watched this movie because my family is that family. It's an 80s movie that's just absolutely boring. Not the worst, just a boring action movie. Ooh, Hype Train, 95% of level 1. But yeah, bad Bruce Willis movies are fun to watch with friends. I told them I want to do regular bad movie night because I want to show Jake and Alex and Sarah Rem Lazar. So we'll see how that goes. Because I don't think they've seen Rem Lazar. Okay, well, we're doing this hype train. How about a short little one? This is only a 2-minute Sovereign Citizen video. It's a guy in court. I don't think this goes well for him. Draken! Is it Drake Con, or is it Dracon, or Draken? Well, how do you pronounce that? I never know. Thank you for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Sweet.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
DrakeCon. Okay, cool. Thank you, DrakeCon, for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. D Humsrum, thank you for 100 bits. Your content has gotten me through the last few months. I'm glad I could be of some service. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Hello, Christowello. Welcome. Welcome. Level 3 Hype Train, 38%. Highly and Derp, thank you for 100 bits. Let me get some hats ready. I guess it depends. I'll wait, because if it's fewer hats, I'll probably wear the steampunk hat thing. If it's more, I'll wear the caps. Anyway, here's a guy in court while we're doing the hype train. Arguing with the judge or something.
Insubordination. You are a public servant, and you are in breach of the public trust. There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism. Would you like to make your counterclaims? Or dispute any of the claims that I've made or my rightfully established rights and freedoms?
The Marusamo 20 bets. Hey chat, today I conquered my fear and made bow. Today I'm attempting to conquer my fear and make bow. Wish me luck. There's the dough. I'm not sure what bow is. There's some lettuce or something that's chopped up. Okay. Give some to the bunnies, of course. Okay. Ooh. Alright. Sure. That looks good. Good job. How many sovereign citizens do you think agree with Black Lives Matter? They tend to be right-wing, but not always. So I don't know. That's hard to say. Can I show movies using Amazon without Twitch striking?
There's nothing funny
I can
about the tools
do
of
watch
capitalism.
parties, which is basically that, but everyone who's watching has to have Amazon Prime. Otherwise, they only see me and they don't see the video. So I can do that, yes. We
There's
can watch an
nothing funny
Amazon
about
Prime
the
thing
tools of
sometime.
capitalism.
D Hums Room. Thank you for gifting 2 tier 1 subs. R Wester V, thank you for subscribing for a 4-month streak. And
There's
says,
nothing
and
funny about
loving
the
it.
tools
Nice,
of
thank you, I
capitalism.
appreciate that. Ooh, 10% level 4 hype train. Sweet. Where did that go? Here it is.
Failure to answer is consent.
Jeff does Discord watch parties from time to time. Haven't managed to catch one. Yeah, we can do one sometime. I'm not sure what we'll do, though. We've done them in the past. We watched a couple episodes of Star Trek, the original series, together. And we watched Addams Family, I think. So we can do that again in the future. It's just not a lot of people show up for them, so which is fine. It's just, It's a for fun thing, whereas this is like a job thing. It's a mix. It's a job, but it's a fun job. But you know what I mean? The watch party stuff is just we want to hang out and watch something.
I want you to know that. It actually says it.
Did you have something like specifically you wanted to watch? Is that why? Borat? Did Borat not get taken? I thought Borat got taken off Amazon Prime already.
Here, I'm sure you can read. I'm sure you're literate.
Oh yeah, we did talk about doing Obama Land.
Failure to register a dispute against the claims made herein will result in automatic default.
Cornhole Blaster with 50 bits. Love you, Hannah. Been a fan since the TBR days. Thank you for all you do. Thank you. Thanks for the bits.
Against myself, a free sovereign inhabitant. Okay? You've been given notice of this. Do you agree?
I disagree.
And in what counts, on what parts exactly do you disagree?
I don't have to explain myself. I disagree.
You need to be under oath. Are you under oath right now? Are you under the penalty of perjury?
Cody, if you'll settle the
Of the people, the trust of the people, and you're in violation
All right,
of that
please.
trust.
All right, please.
I will not stand
All right. Be
for
quiet.
this.
Listen to me. Everybody pay attention. Turn off the
No,
camera.
sir.
Will not. Will
There's
not.
no
Freedom of press.
closure. Listen
Freedom
to
of
me.
press.
You have.
I object, Your Honor.
Take this
I
man
object.
into custody for contempt.
I object. Sir, hold on. Wait. Pursue it.
Put your hands behind
I object
Pursue
to
it.
this abuse.
You're under arrest.
I
Hands behind your back.
Stand down.
Behind your back.
Stand down. Stand down. I'm giving you a lawful order right now to stand down.
It's all things he's heard people say in the movies. Pursuant to, I am giving you a lawful order. Saying something is a lawful order doesn't make it a lawful order. I don't know if you guys know that.
Taser.
At which point I assume they tase him. Don't tase me, bro. 2 minutes left for level 4 hype train. What else do we got that we can watch very briefly? I don't want to get in any of the longer videos yet. Maybe we'll just watch some fun stuff a little bit until the hype train's over.
Two friends hanging out.
Oh my god. Oh, did you guys see this guy? Oh!
Funny about the tools of capitalism.
Winchanter with 20 bits, furry gang, ooh woo. That looks like it hurt. Ooh, no. Good air, though. Hmm. 74 Quinn 74, thank you for gifting a sub. 35% of level 4 with 30 seconds
Literally, I
left.
find one gold coin and it tries to swoop your hand. Seagulls are way worse as well, taking food. Sometimes I don't eat for days at a time and I go get a cheeseburger and it swoops down, tries to take a cheeseburger out of my hand. It's fucking bullshit. And cockatoos you can't even sleep in because they're just like, ah! Ah! But you know, the scrap, was... I reckon it would have been like a Bruce Lee movie, but on the beach with Fred, the referee.
There's nothing funny about it.
His man.
Tucker White
Was it good,
94
Fred?
with 20 bits. There's nothing funny about the tools of
Yeah,
capitalism.
I did.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
So we finished level 3. I'll get 3 hats. Logarth with 20 bets. There's so many furry lawyers out there, and they often talk about sovereign citizens. They all seem to be in agreement that what a fun distraction part of sovereign citizen is over, and throw this moron in jail is the more common response. I like that you threw in that they're furry lawyers. It wasn't really relevant to the story, but good flavor. Okay, let me get these hats and we'll get started. Let's see.
There's nothing funny about the tools
That's
of
3.
capitalism.
That'll work. How's that? Logarth 50 bits, it's super important bit of flavor text. True. Okay, so here's this guy. His YouTube channel is Bold for Christ, okay? Let's see, this was October 23rd. This one's April 2020. Let's start with this one. This is the same guy. He's a sovereign citizen who posts his own sovereign citizen stuff to a YouTube channel. Usually we look at like channels that compile this stuff, but this guy has his own YouTube channel where he posts all his sovereign citizen interactions with the cops. So we have like 3 or 4 videos by him. Let's knock these out one after the other and see if we can find out what's this guy's deal.
I just want to be let free on my way. I just want to be free to go.
Yeah. So what we
Am I free? I'm not even going to ask you if I'm free to go. I'm going to tell you I'm free to go. Get out of my way so I can go.
So that's all we want.
Get out of my way so I can go.
Yeah,
Oh, here's what the description says, by the way. This is for educational purposes. God bless the men that use their authority, protect unborn babies, defend freedom, and protect personal property. This video took place last night while attempting to cross the Florida state line. This is actually the second of 2 videos of the instance. I wanted it to get more views, so I posted it first. I will post the first of 2 videos labeled as part 2 later. Please share this and feel free to mirror it so the slaves know that they can be free. If you conduct yourself according with a righteous cause and they violate natural law anyway, natural law will take care of them. Jesus came to set the captives free, so be free. It's that simple.
we're pretty.
I'm a free man. I'm a free man. I don't care if you kidnap me and lock me in a cage, I'm still a free man. You're violating natural law.
I know where you're coming from.
I want to go. Let me go.
So I just want to ask you. Some
Let
questions.
this people go. Let this people go.
Famously, when Moses said to Pharaoh, let my people go, he wasn't talking about mass enslavement. He was talking about being held up at a traffic stop. All the Israelites were just trying to travel, and Pharaoh was like, your license plate's expired.
There's nothing funny
Fick it
about
Izzy with
the tools of
100 bits.
capitalism.
Today's Queer as Hell book rec is Hunger Pangs, True Love Bites by Joy DeMora. It's amazing Victorian fantasy featuring queer, disabled, supernatural characters. Okay. Well, there's your book recommendation for the day, I guess.
I'm a man. I'm created in God's image. I'm not one of your minions. I'm not one of your citizens.
KSTR102, thanks for
Let
following.
me go.
That we need to be here to help people out.
Let me go. You're gonna violate the law. If you damage my property, you're in violation of the law. Don't make it like I'm in violation of the law. I'm minding my own business, traveling. You're coming up to me.
He said the thing. Traveling. Tucker White 94 20 bits. The bits chart resets after today, and I'm still the bits leader. Congratulations. Tomorrow a new war begins.
You're gonna damage my property. You're in violation of the law. Okay, I don't care what your training tells you you can do.
Okay, you tell me what's going on.
I'm going out. You're gonna let me go. You're gonna tell your guys with the guns to back down.
All about.
It doesn't matter. You're gonna tell your guys with the guns. There is nothing in the world that gives you a right to violate my law, to violate my rights.
So when the governor.
It doesn't matter, my man. I don't care if the governor's the.
Want to be a law-abiding
I am a law-abiding citizen. You're the one talking about breaking the law. You're the one talking about damaging another man's property.
citizen? Is that to follow any rules whatsoever?
If you I follow the rules. I don't cause anyone harm, injury, or loss. You're about to cause me harm, injury, or loss. You're in violation of the law. You're a lawbreaker.
I'm a lawbreaker.
You're about to be a law.
Nothing
Back
funny about
up.
the
Back
tools of
up.
capitalism.
Back up, son. Stand back.
D. Humsrum says sovereign citizens, and yet he uses roads. You're a sovereign citizen, yet you participate in society.
Stand back. You better be intimidated.
That's what I don't think they get. I don't think they get that, like, everyone has rights, right? Rights are things that as a society we agree we all have. The founding fathers and some other people might call these inalienable rights. I don't necessarily think that's the case. I don't think that rights are inalienable. I think they're social constructs that we all agree to, right? So we all agree that people in the United States have certain rights. But the thing is, when you have those rights, you also have responsibilities. You have the responsibility to follow the law. And the law says you need to have, like, licenses and stuff, and you need to obey the laws, right? Provided those laws don't, like, infringe upon your rights. But those things get decided in court, right? What this guy thinks infringes on his rights is traffic stops, and they don't. They just don't. You can be stopped in traffic. That's part of the responsibilities, right? Sometimes in society, you know, as a check or whatever, like, oh, do you not have license plates? Do you not have a registration on your car? These are responsibilities you have if you're going to engage in driving on the roads, whether you're calling it traveling or whatever, you're still using the public roads. I don't understand these people's deal. I really don't. Beyond just not wanting to accept the responsibilities that come along with their rights, I don't understand. I don't. It's got to be that. They just don't want to have the bad along with the good. And I wouldn't even say, you know, responsibilities are inherently bad, but they deem them so because they don't want to fulfill them. Tucker White 94 with 20 bits. I'd feel bad for this cop having to deal with this asshole, but it's a cop, so I don't.
Funny about the tools of capitalism.
Sure. TNav, thank you for subscribing with a 2-month streak, and then Arcana Stamper Blackwell. Another book recommendation: The Mermaid, The Witch and the Sea, Gender Fluid Main, Multiracial Cast, Main Message is Environmentalist and Anti-Imperialist. We're doing book recommendations, and we're doing, like, ones with LGBT people in particular. How about the book Ash? It's like a lesbian retelling of Cinderella, basically. I read that in college, part of my adolescent literature class. It's okay.
Stated?
Just come on out.
You guys are about to violate the law. No.
Come on out of the car. I told you my name.
I'm reaching back to grab a bottle of water. Don't shoot me.
He's not wrong on that one.
Yeah, I told you my name. You won't try and have two men have a conversation.
I don't converse with lawbreakers. Let me go now.
Yeah, we just want to ask you some questions. And
I don't converse with lawbreakers.
you'd be able to go.
I don't care. You guys ask your questions to everyone else. I don't care.
Yeah, all these other
Let me go. This isn't right. This isn't right. We've got men with guns. Men with guns. They're threatening to break my window, damage my property. They're gonna violate natural law. They're the lawbreakers.
What exactly does he think natural law entitles him to? Like, if he were to define natural law as it stands, what would it be other than he thinks being stopped at a traffic stop is somehow against natural law? And by the way, if you can break natural law by just stopping you, is it really natural law? Then by what definition is it natural if it can be so easily impeded?
I want to say I'm breaking the law. I'm not giving in to this.
Like when he, like if someone said the word natural law to me,
That's right,
I would
capitalism
assume like
propaganda.
laws of physics, right? Those are laws that are in nature that literally cannot be broken. That's what makes them natural. But if stopping you in traffic is breaking some sort of natural law, then it's not a natural law. It sounds more like a natural suggestion, doesn't it? In what way is it natural? I don't understand. Thank you, Kurt TD, for following.
I'm not giving in to this.
So we just asked some questions.
That's fine. That's fine. Whatever.
Everybody gets to
Or maybe it's like the law of equivalent exchange. Is it an alchemy thing?
be on their way.
Hey, I'm minding my own business. You guys are the one that are causing a disturbance with me. You
Lord Necro JZ with 20 bits. Sorry, needed another break because this guy gives me a headache. I understand.
guys are the one that's threatening me.
I get it. I understand.
These cops are being so, or troopers, they look more like state troopers. I could be wrong though. They're being so patient with this guy. Which, again, I'm not against. I wish cops were more patient, but it always feels to me when this happens, it feels like they tend to be more patient with the white guys. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. We watched a lot of these videos. They tend to give white guys a lot of leeway, whereas if they're not white, they don't really tend to put up with it for very long.
We're just trying to do some things for the governor and answer, help make sure everybody's okay and doing all right.
Hey, I don't care what you do. Are you just doing your job? Is that what it is? So you're not a hero then. You're just doing a job. What is it? Are you a hero? Or are you doing
Did he claim he was a hero?
your job?
Doing my job, sir.
Okay. Well then, guess what? That's what the Nazi soldiers said that killed all the Jews. They were just doing their job.
Okay. First of all, they didn't say they were just doing their job. They said we were just following orders, which is a little different. Kind of bending it, right? But even if they had said, we're just doing our job, that doesn't mean everyone who does their job is a Nazi, right? Like someone at Kinko's who's just like, here, the toner's low. I gotta change the copier. That person isn't a Nazi just because they're doing their job, right? The issue with the Nazis in the Nuremberg trial was that they were claiming that they were just following orders to carry out atrocities, right? The Banality of Evil. Go read it. But, like, these guys are just stopping you at a traffic stop. I don't know if it's like a DUI checkpoint. It looks like it might be something like that because they're all wearing the fluorescent vests. But this isn't an atrocity. This is just, you know, a routine traffic stop.
Capitalism.
Antipodian Squid with 100 bits. Yeah, Sovereign Citizen's the best accompaniment to breakfast. I always forget that, like, you're in a completely different time zone, so it's like breakfast time for you. I hope you have a delicious breakfast. Whatever people eat on the bottom of the planet. Is it koala? Do you guys eat koala for breakfast? I don't know.
There's nothing funny about
Guar
the tools of
Stoneskin,
capitalism.
thank you for subscribing with a 7-month streak.
So what do you do for a living?
It's none of your darn business. I want to go.
Well,
Let me go. Let this people go.
They're near an airport. That plane was very low flying. They're like landing right next to an airport. Or they're landing at the airport. I mean, they're stopped right next to an airport.
that's biblical, I guess.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're smart, man. Let me go now. I want to be set free. I want to be set free.
Hey, sir, so here's what we're going to do.
No.
You don't have to
What are you
talk.
going to kidnap me? Tell me what you're going to do. You're going to try to kidnap me? You're going to break my window?
I'm not asking questions.
You're going to kidnap me? You're going to break my window?
For 14 days when you get to your destination. We will have somebody following.
I'm not doing anything, buddy. I'm going to live free on this land. I'm going to live free on this land. I'm going to live free on this land as I darn well please.
2 weeks, okay?
I'm going to live free on this land as I darn well please is what I'm going to do.
Well, 14 days. If you
I don't care what you say right now.
governor's executive order,
You're in violation right now. You're threatening me.
The classic legal argument. No, you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
God, and they're just letting him go. They're just letting him go. Why are they letting this jackass go?
Hey, and don't try your retaliation crap down the road either.
put your phone down. You can't drive with your phone on your hand.
It's a free country, man.
No, you can't drive with a phone in your hand in a lot of places. Rightfully so. There's a reason for that. By the way, the title of this video, if I didn't say, is Cops Threaten to Kidnap Man of God But Fail, Part 1.
They're going to try to pull me over up the road here.
Where are you at, Usher?
I just got into Florida. They got a trooper coming up behind me.
I wonder why they're doing that, genuinely. Like, they're saying they're letting him go through whatever checkpoint this is, but now they're going to pull him over, you know, once he gets in. Is it like a jurisdictional thing? Like, they were on the border of Florida and Georgia. Could they not do something that they can do now that he's made his way actually into Florida proper that they couldn't do at the checkpoint? Are they just trying to clear him through the checkpoint so they can get to the next person and they're just going to basically pull him, you know? They're just basically trying to get them out of the line so they can start, you know, checking the next person for whatever. It might be I don't know. It might be a DUI checkpoint. It might be something else. I don't know. I'm curious. This is only part 1, so I do think they probably pull him over.
Murder taking place.
Let me go find part 2 so we can find out what exactly happened. Wow, this guy's a lot of videos. It was earlier in the year. Okay, there's one. Cops threatened to kidnap man of God but fail. Part 1. Did he never did he never post part 2? Was there no part 2? That's a shame. Although that does make sense. He seems a little frenetic, so I guess I can't assume he's definitely going to post part 2. Either way, okay, we can move on to another one from him. Because he posts many of these interactions with the police, as you might imagine.
The bad guys are trying to extort us and get money.
This one is called Port Richey Police Believe Sovereign Citizens Break Man's Window. So I'm assuming they break his window in this one. The description says, while traveling with my family as a free man, a rogue and heavily armed gang dressed in blue and black, true, costumes and badges, forced us off the road where they stopped at nothing to cause us harm, injury, and loss. After breaking my window, they abduct me, put me in fetters, throw me in a cage of solitary confinement with no food or phone call for over 24 hours. They managed to extort over $1,000 from my family. I'm happy to be their victims only if it brings awareness to the tyranny and stops the abuse of other men, women, and children of this world. Please take a stand. Be the change you want to see. Fight for the little ones who are having their future robbed from them. God used me in a mighty way to shed light on this small town corrupt police department on Port Richey, Florida. They stole over $20,000 worth of my property, presumably they impounded his car, and held it in ransom in exchange for money to further fund their tyrannical actions. So they impounded his vehicle and he had to pay to get it released. They do this regularly as a money-making scheme. Many of the victims lose their property forever as they cannot afford the extortion fees. They then hold it for 105 days while it incurs fees upon fees so they can auction it off. And share in the spoils in the form of pay raises and promotions. Together we can end tyranny. I understand what he's saying in terms of the expense of getting something like your vehicle out of impound. I agree. It negatively impacts the poor much more than it does, obviously, people who make more money, so that's not good. But I do assume he was arrested for a reason. I actually do think in this case, this guy was probably justifiably arrested. He probably doesn't have either license plates or valid registration or something like a lot of people do. Maybe we'll find out in the video. I'm not sure. But yeah, there are problems with how policing works in this country, I agree. But not the reasons he thinks.
From us, so you need to be really good, okay? Hmm? You can't right now, baby. You gotta stay in there.
Alright, bud, I'm asking you to turn the vehicle off and step out for me. Okay? Listen, I'm placing you under arrest for operating a motor vehicle.
I'm not operating a motor vehicle.
Yes,
this
you
is
are,
my
sir.
private vessel.
So there's not going to be an option with this.
Okay, so it sounded like he said that I'm going to arrest you for operating a motor vehicle without a license or something along those lines, which is pretty typical for sovereign citizens. They don't think the law applies to them in regard to like licensing for vehicles and hunting and basically anything that requires a license from the state in order to allow you to do some activity. They think that I'm, you know, a natural citizen. I can do anything I want and you can't stop me. So he was driving without a license. He was probably also belligerent with the police, as we saw in the previous video, and now they're going to arrest him. Honestly, if he was, I don't know, how do I put this? I guess it depends. He's probably with his wife because his kids are in the car. If his wife has a driver's license, if he wasn't such a dick with the police, it's entirely possible they would have just let her go and drive the vehicle and just arrested him. I don't know, though. I don't know these cops. I could certainly see the cops being assholes in either situation, though.
This is my private vessel.
All
Leave me
that's-
be.
sir, that
Go
is in the
away.
state of Florida, okay? You have
What's
to
the
have
state of
driver's
Florida?
Private vessel, yeah, they like to define things as not the things they are, because if you call it a car, then he's driving, and if he's driving, then he needs a license. But he thinks if he calls it his private vessel, and he thinks if he doesn't call it driving, he calls it traveling, then they think they can get away with doing things without a license. They can't, of course. That's like nonsense. It's like they've seen courtroom dramas where some obscure definition creates some loophole that allows you to get away with things, and they think, oh, that's how the law works. So they just apply that to every situation, and they think, oh, if I call driving traveling, then I'm not driving, then I don't need a license. It's very stupid. Of course, it doesn't make any sense, but, you know, it's the delusion these people tend to have. DGCO, thank you for subscribing with a 5-month streak. Hey, it's that super cool Hannah girl whose own journey into mental health helped me tremendously, but lives on the other side of the world, so I can't watch live often. How's it going? It's going well. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for watching. I appreciate that.
I've never met the state of Florida. I've never agreed to your rules. Okay, look.
What he means by that is a lot of people like this believe that you need to affirmatively consent to laws in order for them to apply to you. Like, sometimes they'll say something like, I don't contract with you, and they think that you basically need a contract with the government, with the police, in order for them to be able to have authority over you. Of course, this isn't the case. I feel like at some point someone said, you know, what about the social contract, and explained the concept of a social contract to these people, but they didn't understand it, and they thought it meant a literal contract that you have to sign, and not an implicit agreement between members of a society to, you know, behave in certain ways and have responsibilities towards one another, but instead they think you need to, like, affirmatively consent for laws, which if that were the case, no one would be in prison. So I don't know. I really don't understand consequentially how they think society is supposed to function if the way that they believe the law works was how the law works. Society would fall into pieces. Antipodian Squid with 50 bits. I did not sign the terms and conditions.
I am not tired. I am not under arrest. I am...
Do any other countries than the U.S. use concrete for roads? I think the U.S. mostly uses, like, asphalt for roads. Not always, but I think it's usually asphalt, isn't it? Because it's easily, like, recyclable and repairable.
Over arrest. I do not understand anything that you're saying. I do.
Unless asphalt is like a subset of concrete. I guess I don't know material definitions and stuff. I don't know what those are. I don't know if concrete is an umbrella term for many different building materials.
Not understand. No, I do not understand anything that you're saying. I do not. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting anything. This is my.
Take your hand up. I can't see your hand, man.
Arakaria 24 with 20 bits. How do people get into this stuff? Convincing yourself that it's not a vehicle but a private vessel seems like a huge leap for a person to take unless they always had weird ideas about how the world works. That's a good question. I don't know. I do, you know, the conspiracy theory stuff on Tinfoil Tuesday, and I imagine it comes from the same vein of, like, magical thinking. I don't think this guy or people like him literally think they're not driving a car. They know it's a car, but they think that by using specific words and by self-defining these things as things other than what they are, they think that they can convince the law that they're fine. Like, he knows this is a car. He's not an idiot. He just has a complete misunderstanding of how the law works, and he thinks by defining these things differently, he can find loopholes in how the law works. He's wrong, but he believes that. I don't know why. There are certainly people who scam people like this who are like, oh, buy my program and I'll teach you how to, you know, get away from not having to have a driver's license or whatever thing they don't want to do. Some of them are like what they call, air quote, tax protesters, and by that they mean they don't pay their taxes, which is very illegal. So it all ties in. Some people are scamming people like this and convincing them, but others are true believers that just spread the message because they like the idea of the law not applying to them. But you'd have to ask, like, a psychologist, you know, for deeper reasoning why people get into stuff like this. TubeMan642 with 30 bits. Look, buddy, I didn't sign the EULA Cornhole Blaster with 20 bits. Magical thinking plus apathy / thinking rules don't apply to you equals these people. To an extent, yeah. Windshanter with 20 bits. Pay your taxes, Kent. Yeah, Kent Hovind creationist extraordinaire, went to prison for like a decade for stuff like this. And he believes sovereign citizen stuff. We've watched some of his videos before on sovereign citizen stuff. He believes the government's laws don't apply to him. Even after 10 years in prison, he thinks he was wrongfully imprisoned. He's wrong. He was in prison for cheating on his taxes. But, you know, Kent Hoven's gonna Kent Hoven.
Put my hands where I darn well please. These are my hands. They belong to me. They're in my property. No, I will not allow you to impose your rules on me today. This is my property.
That's the thing, though. Again, I have huge problems with how policing is carried out in the United States, but the laws are not theirs, right? They're there to enforce the law. They're there to make sure the law is followed, ideally. But the laws that we have in this country are put forward by representatives that are voted on by the citizenry. The laws of this country are not just something that is imposed, although of course they are imposed in practice. There's something that is made by representatives of the populace. It's collectively the citizens of whether we're talking about federal laws, the entire United States, or localities. The laws are not the police's laws. They're everyone's laws, right? They're the laws of the people who vote in representatives who create those laws in the legislature.
Your name?
Officer Zabetka with
What's your... what's your...
Or more simply put, again, I quote this a lot, but that's because, as funny as it is true. As the Joker once said, we live in a society, okay? It's pretty simple. Daddy Sume with 20 bits. I have arrived, bitches. Welcome, Daddy Sume.
Your first name?
It's Officer Z Zabetka with
What's your name? What is it? What's your name? Okay, listen, you guys, I'm a man.
Okay, I'm a man too.
Okay, you're a man, and I will sue you. I will sue you if you cause damage to my private property.
I am asking you to step. I am telling you to step.
Don't you dare give me and don't you dare tell me what to do now. I am a man, and no man.
Have the confidence of a straight white man yelling at the cops.
Man can tell me what to do. I am a free man. Listen, I don't abide by your rules, guys. I don't abide by your rules.
We're notifying you that we're placing you under arrest.
I'm telling you I'm not tired. I'm telling you I am not under arrest. I am not under arrest. I'm telling you now I'm not under arrest. I'm not resisting anyways. I'm telling you I'm not under arrest. You better not break my property.
You better not do it. Oh, he said the thing. He said we shouldn't do it, so he better not do it. Why didn't all the people who get murdered by the police think to say, no, don't murder me? Weird. Daddy Sume with 20 bits. I am a man punch. Is that a Linkara reference? If so, I got that reference.
This is my private property. I will hold you liable. I will hold you liable. I am a man. I'm charging you right now, by the way. I'm going to take you, listen, I'm going to take you to common law court. I'm going to take you to court, buddy. Please don't walk away from me when I'm talking to you. Hey, I'm talking to you. Hey, I'm talking to you. Please come back. Come back. No, I'm talking to you.
What's a common law court? Court. A court. He means court.
Preston, reach across and make sure his door's locked.
I'm just skipping when the cops come back. Is eating a piece of candy? That's a good call. If you're about to be arrested, eat a piece of candy. You don't know when you're gonna get another one.
Thank you, baby.
Oh, it's a granola bar. Okay. I want a Fig Newton now. Haven't had Fig Newtons in a long time.
Your first name? Ray Stefanski. Ray Stefanski.
Yeah, he has kids in the car, which is shitty. Don't argue with the cops with kids in the car. Guys, I understand. I understand that cops can, you know, escalate and be overzealous in the United States, but that's exactly why you need to, like, not do this shit when your kids are in the car. That's not okay. It'd be the same thing if someone came up to my car, if I had kids in my car, let's say, and someone came up to my window and they had a gun and they said, get out of the car, I'm taking this car, and they're kids, you bet your ass I'm gonna do what that person says to keep that kid safe, right? If there's someone around you that you feel is a threat to you and the people around you, if you have a child in your car, you better fucking behave and do what they say, because even if you think it's wrong what they're doing, like, the kid's safety is kind of paramount here. I don't even like kids, and I recognize that, okay? You kind of gotta chill the fuck out.
Ray, I'm a man. I just want you to know any damage you cause to my property.
I can't hear you.
I said I want you to know I'm a man. I'm not a citizen. Any damage you cause to my property, I'm going to sue you, and I will get paid by you. Okay? You're acting as a man right now.
No.
I don't fall under your little rules. Your
No,
little.
I'm acting underneath the color of the law.
Exactly right. You're not acting under law though.
Yes, I am.
No, it's color of law. It's not the law. There's a difference between legal and lawful. Right now, you think you're doing.
They say that a lot. I actually got to look this up. Color of law versus law. Like, what's the difference? Why do they say that stuff? Color law, Wikipedia. Okay. Color of law refers to an appearance of legal power to act that may operate in violation of law. For example, if a police officer acts with the color of law authority to arrest someone, the arrest, if it is made without probable cause, may actually be in violation of law. In other words, just because something is done with the color of law doesn't mean that the action was lawful. When police are suspected of acting outside their lawful authority and violating the civil rights of a citizen, the FBI is asked to investigate. Okay, so basically, the idea is, a police officer has the right to arrest you when you break a crime, but let's say you don't break a crime and they arrest you. That's color of law because it has the appearance of law, but it's not. So the cop just said, I'm arresting you under the color of law. Meaning the cop doesn't understand what that term means, apparently, because he basically just said, I'm arresting you unlawfully. Good job, cop. You nailed it. Daddy Sume with 20 bits. Ooh, you want to hear something about people being shitty? My dad had serious road rage issues when I was a kid. He literally got in a fist fight in the middle of traffic while I was sitting in his car, and people were stopping and screaming at him, and the other guy was, what the F was wrong with you? You have a kid in your car. Both of them were being a-holes. Yikes. Cleanse for later? Okay.
You're here.
It's 20 minutes long, though. Don't know if we're watching a 20-minute long cleanse. But I'll keep it on, just in case.
Doing what's lawful, you might be doing what's legal, but it's absolutely not lawful. You cannot damage another man's property. You cannot give another man an order without consequences to it. We do not live in a slavery system. There's no slavery. It's been outlawed. It's been outruled. I'm not a slave of yours.
Unless you're in prison, then slave labor's okay for some reason.
You can't tell me what to do. I'm not part of traffic. I'm not part of any of your rules, okay? So any damage you cause, I will sue you.
I got no money anyway, so.
It's all right. They can seize your assets. They can garnish your
That's pretty funny.
wages. It's okay. This is Ray Stravansky right here.
Detective Howard.
Howard, what's your first name, Mr. Howard?
Detective Howard.
What's your first name?
Detective
Just so you know.
Detective Donald Howard. Have you been advised that
Don Howard, listen.
driving a
What,
vehicle in the
I'm going to
state
be
of Florida
foiling that.
is a privilege and not a right?
First of all, the state of Florida is nothing more than
You've been
a
advised of that,
corporation.
correctly?
First of all, state of
There's nothing funny about
The state of Florida is not a corporation in the way he thinks it is. Doom Smoothie with 50 bits, just dropping in real quick until my friend drags me into her stream. Kinda sad I'll be missing all the great sovereign citizen crap. That's okay, you can watch the VOD later. Thanks for stopping by anyway. So, sovereign citizens will claim like, oh, the United States government is a corporation, or the state of whatever state they happen to be in is a corporation. Okay, so incorporation is a thing that, like, states and counties can do in terms of, like, when they form, they become incorporated into the greater United States, but it doesn't mean they are like a private for-profit corporation, right? These are different things. Like, communities become incorporated, but that doesn't mean they're a private for-profit corporation, right? It just means that they've become part of the greater whole in terms of, like, the state government or the federal government or whatever we're talking about. But for some reason, sovereign citizens think that the United States and the states themselves are like private for-profit corporations. They're not. I'm not actually sure exactly where they get this one, but it's incorrect, if I need to say that.
Florida's nothing more than a corporation. Secondly, I'm not in the state of Florida. I'm on land. I'm on land that, listen. I'm on land that I was born on. I do not understand anything you're saying.
That's the truest thing he said. He doesn't understand anything they're saying, especially when he talks over them the whole time.
I was born on this land. I'm not in it. I'm not in the state of Florida. The state of Florida is a corporation. It can't speak and talk to me any way, shape, or form. I am traveling in my private capacity, in my private vessel. So therefore, I have a bunch of guys with guns around me. That's the only reason I'm here. You're putting gloves on like you're about to brutalize me and my family. You're threatening to break my property, break my window. That's the only reason I'm here right now. I'm telling you guys, move. Let me proceed in my travels now. Thank you. Please move and let me proceed. What is your name, sir?
My name is Captain
Koch, what is your first name?
My first name. My last name is Koch.
Your first name starts with the J, I can see. Is that correct? Listen, any man that causes damage to my property, I'm gonna sue you, okay? I'm gonna take you to at least small claims court. In the name, I'm not suing the police officer, I'm suing the man. Okay, whatever the man is here, I'm suing you. You're threatening to cause damage to my property.
I'm pretty sure if you tried to sue them as an individual, I shouldn't say this. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. But it seems to me if you were going to sue them for something like this, you would have to sue the department because they're acting as officers of whatever police department, right? It's not like in their off time they came up to your window and smashed it, right? They're doing so in the line of duty in their role as a police officer. I don't think you could sue the individual. I think you'd have to sue the department because he's acting on behalf of said department. I could be wrong, though. I'm not a lawyer. Never take my legal advice, ever. It's not legal advice. It's not. I'm a streamer. If you take what I say as legal advice, just don't. Just don't do that. Daddy Sume with 20 bits, take a minute and watch this insanity.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
And then Antipodian Squid 50 bits, stick it to the metaphorical man by suing actual people. The police have protections from being sued. Sure. Qualified immunity, something like that. I don't know. Play. Why isn't it playing? Okay, let me refresh and try. I'm not getting any audio. Unless it's like mono. Is it mono and it's in my other ear? This just isn't playing at all. Yeah, it's not working for me for some reason. Like absolutely no audio's coming through. What the heck? Okay, I'll try it another day when we do like more MAGA cope stuff, but it's not playing for me.
Right now, you're violating my peace. Okay? I ask that you guys just let my family and I continue traveling as we were. We're not here to cause any harm to anybody. We just want to travel and be on our way. And we have a bunch of guys with guns telling me they want to throw me in a cage. And I don't agree with that. I don't submit to that in any way, shape, or form.
Can I speak now?
Go ahead. I don't care.
I give it 10 seconds before he starts trying to talk over him. Let's see.
Just trying to be polite and let you speak.
Thank you.
Right. Can I speak now?
Go ahead.
Mark?
I don't really have a choice. I got a bunch of guys with guns around me. I don't really have a choice, do I? You guys are threatening violence against me right now.
Mark, I barely said a word to you.
You got a gun right there. You're standing within a couple feet of me.
My turn?
You know what? I'm not giving you permission to do anything except let me go. If you want to speak, that's on you. Go ahead.
So, here's the deal.
I just want to let you know anything you say can be used against you.
Great. Here's the deal. Okay?
There's no deal. There's no deal. I'm not making a deal with you.
Here's the situation. Whether you recognize it or don't recognize it, I understand that's your choice to recognize or not recognize it. However,
I'm glad you understand that.
the place that you're at right now, you are within the legal jurisdictional limits of the...
That's not true, because I was born on this land.
You're not letting me speak.
Well, you're speaking lies. So what, I got to just shut up and let the lies fly?
I'm trying to rationalize it. Okay?
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Look, the state of Florida is a corporation.
No, it's not. It's a state, okay? Oh. Winchanter with 20 bits is someone who has seen family threatened by police. This is absolutely not them being threatening, yeah. No, it's not. They're being very patient with him. Chapamon says, do you think his children could get away talking to him with his logic if he's trying to discipline them? I very much doubt it.
Piece of paper, I'm not in it. No, sir, I'm a man. I'm on it. I'm not in it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm charging you right now. Every second you take of my time, I'm charging you. All right?
Here's what's going to happen.
This cop almost looks like he wanted to laugh at that. Like, he's like, what the fuck is this?
No, you're not going to tell me what's going to happen.
The officer has stopped you for a violation of Florida state.
All I know is a man is right here with a gun trying to threaten to break my window out and wants to throw me in a cage. Because I don't have papers. Because I don't have your papers. I got...
It's called a driver's license. You need one to drive in the United States of America. That's how it works. If you want to drive, hey, if you want to drive your car on your own private property, or sorry, your private conveyance, or your whatever you want to call it. If you want to travel on your private property without a driver's license, you can do that. You don't even have to register your car if it's just like literally sitting on your property all the time. But when you want to take it out onto the public roadways, what do you know? You need a license. It's how it works.
1, 2.
The government pays for and maintains the roadways. They get to decide the criteria for who uses them. The criteria is you need a license, you need insurance on your vehicle, you need it registered, you need a license plate that is registered, you need, in some states every couple of years or however long it is, I don't know, Michigan doesn't have this requirement. Some states you have to go get your vehicle inspected every once in a while and pass certain tests. But all that, then yeah, you can drive. It's a privilege, though. It's not a right. It's how it is.
2, 3, 4, 5 guns surrounding me right now because I don't have papers, like it's in Nazi Germany or something.
There's many ways to handle that without necessarily...
You know the best way to handle it is for me to keep...
Chapelman says, do you think we can petition the U.S. government to make an amendment about needing a license to operate and travel to shut these people up? Okay, here's the thing. First of all, unnecessary, because the law as it stands already requires that. They just ignore the law. Secondly, if they did change it, they just changed their rhetoric to something else. It's never been about understanding the consequentialist reasoning for the law. It's always about finding loopholes around the wording. They would just find some other wording that they think lets them skirt around it. Because the law as it stands today requires them to have a license, but they don't care that that's the law. They just try and find loopholes. So no matter what you do, they're going to try and find that stuff. It would be pointless. Thank you to the Gingazin for following.
Traveling. Now, if the guys with the guns would please leave, I would appreciate it.
The top hat is the hat from Back to the Future, yes.
I can't be charged. I'm not a battery or a credit card. You can't charge me. I'm a man.
Back to the Future 2, rather, yeah.
Man, I'm grounded in the soil. I came from the soil.
No, you didn't. What?
I'm created in the image of God. You don't understand. I'm not one of your silly little citizens. I'm not one of your silly little citizens. I didn't agree and contract to anything that you guys are saying. All right? I just want to travel and be left on my way, okay?
That's right,
I can't be charged. It's impossible.
Apple II Games,
I'm
thanks
a
for
man.
following.
I'm not a credit card. I'm not a battery. You're treating me like I'm some inanimate object. No, I am a man. I cannot be charged. It's impossible. I'm from the land. You guys are not. You're right now. You think you're not a man, but you are a man, and you will be. I will sue you in a.
Wing the Ultimate Nugget 20 bets. Wait, is he a plant? No, he's not a plant. He thinks that, biblically speaking, he's saying he comes from the land because Adam was made of the dirt of the ground. And he's saying, I descend from Adam. I am from the earth. I am a man. You are a man. What right does a man have to stop another man? It's a bunch of bullshit. Honestly, I don't think this guy should be dealt with by the cops at this point. This is another advocate. I would advocate for, like, this guy needs a mental health professional. This guy needs professional help. There's some sovereign citizens that I think know what they're doing, and they're just full of shit. And I don't think they need, like, mental health care. I think they just need to, you know, learn to follow the fucking rules. This guy could benefit from some mental health care and some therapy and maybe even some medication. I don't know. He doesn't seem very in touch with reality, if I'm being honest. Space Kate 94, I hate when these people pick apart the semantics of what they're being asked. It's so frustrating because it's obvious what the cops mean. Yeah. Wing the Ultimate Nug with 20 bets. Damn, if he was a plant, then the laws wouldn't apply. True.
There's nothing funny about the tools of
Daddy Sume says, Hannah said the thing. Wait, what thing did I say? And there's a link.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
Castlevania.
A common law court.
But you refusing to cooperate.
Cooperate with what? Tyranny? You're darn straight. I will not cooperate with tyranny. I will not do it. Absolutely. If I refuse to cooperate with tyranny...
Look, there are plenty of things you could call tyranny. Fine. Needing a driver's license to drive a car on public roads, or travel while operating a motor vehicle, or travel while operating your private conveyance, whatever you want to call it. It's still driving a car on public roads. That's not tyranny. That's a reasonable regulation, right? That's a reasonable regulation placed upon operating on public roads. It's a public safety thing. The license is to make sure that you are, like, a safe driver, right? Okay? If you don't have that, we don't know that you can drive. Frankly, the licensing we have is already really, really lax, right? You need to pass a test once when you're like 16 or 18, and then you never get tested again. It's very easy. Just go get a driver's license, okay? Honestly, we should be testing people like every 10 years. And then maybe like every 2 once you turn like 70 or something like that. I don't know. The point is, out of all the regulations or laws or whatever you could call tyranny, this is not one of them.
Tyranny? You're gonna do tyranny on me? Is that the rules that you think?
The officer has given you lawful commands.
It's not a lawful command. It might be a legal command, but it's not lawful.
What does he think those words mean?
I have a free right to travel, but I'm not under your legal system. I have a free right to travel. I'm under a lawful system.
You're violating those lawful commands.
They're not lawful.
Those legal commands.
Only God creates law. Law is absolute. Law cannot change. Listen. No, listen. I want to give you a quick lesson. Law cannot change. The law...
What? The law cannot change? Yes, it can. That's literally the purpose of the legislature. What are you talking about?
Law doesn't change. Law is absolute. It comes with God. Legality is legislation. That can change with the wind.
Okay, that's not even accurate in terms of Christianity. I've read the Bible, okay? I've read it. The law does explicitly change, right? What are you talking about? Jesus regularly, the Pharisees will come and Jesus will be doing something that's against Old Testament law, and Jesus will be like, who cares? Jesus will be like, who cares? It doesn't matter. It's fine, right? Explicitly law changes. Ugh.
Depending on who your city council is, who's making up the rules of the day and the time, which way the wind's blowing. When I'm
74 Quinn 74, why don't they just arrest, ticket him for whatever the hell this is and move on? I would imagine, while I do think they're being patient with him, part of it might be because of the kid in the car. Like, I think this is going to end with them smashing the window, but they probably don't want to smash a window with the kid in the car, so they're probably trying to talk him out of it so they don't have to do that and endanger the kid. Antipodian Squid with 50 bits. Only God can make laws. God says to adhere to the laws of men when in their lands, render unto Caesar, and shit. Now you're under arrest. Done. Yeah.
Talking about it's absolute. I am a man. I am from this earth. I have a free right to travel without men with guns surrounding me. Listen, you're absolutely wrong. Listen. No, if you want to treat me as a gentleman, then you have to do what's right according to law, and you have to let me travel with my family. You have no business with men with guns surrounding me right now. You have no business whatsoever. You're trying to extort money from me is all you're trying to do. You're trying to punish me for not paying a tax listen, you get paid by the same people you're saying I have to pay money to now.
Are these cops just thinking to each other, did he just admit to not paying his taxes? Because it sounds like it. That's a felony.
You're going to take me and put me in a cage that's ran and managed and owned by the same people that write your check. Can't you see this is wrong? Can't you see that you're trying to extort money from...
It's so frustrating because, thank you, The Mightiest Quinn, for raiding. Welcome, raiders. Guys, go check out The Mightiest Quinn here on Twitch. The Quinnity, indeed. So, it frustrates me because sovereign citizens aren't necessarily entirely wrong in aspects like this. Like, they're right. There is a conflict of interest in certain ways when, like, if cops can seize your property and benefit from that, if the department benefits from that seizure, if you can't pay to get your car unimpounded or whatever, and they sell that at a police auction and it benefits the station, then inherently there's sort of a conflict of interest in the way the system is run. He's not wrong. He's completely right. But, like, they're just trying to stop you because you're driving without a license. You are also wrong. If you want to, like, fix, you know, seizure and how that works, and police seizing property and selling it for their own benefit, that's something that can be lobbied for legally. Then you need to lobby your local or state governments and try and figure out what can be changed so that there isn't that conflict of interest. But that's not the situation we're in right now. You're literally just mad that they pulled you over for breaking the law. Now is not the time to make your big grandstand speech. You broke the law. Now you gotta go to jail for it. The system sucks. I agree. We should continually work to improve the systems of law enforcement in this country because they are absolute shit right now. But that doesn't mean when you break the law, genuinely, a law that is not, like, unjust in any way, shape, or form, it doesn't mean that you get away with that. They're unrelated.
Me? You're telling me if I don't do what you guys say, if I don't have my papers, you're going to throw me in a cage. You're going to treat me worse than an animal. That's what you're going to do, though. That's what you're trying to do. When you say arrest, you're trying to say you're going to throw me in a cage. I'm not tired. I don't need arrest. No, I'm just traveling.
Good pun he threw in that speech.
You guys, a bunch of men with guns have ran me off the road. I'm just traveling.
In just a minute, I'm going to ask you for one final time to cooperate and step out.
Cooperate with tyranny? How can I do that? So that we can resolve this. I can't cooperate with tyranny. You're being tyrannical.
If you continue to refuse...
I'm not... Listen, I have to refuse tyranny. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man.
What's going to end up happening is you're going to give us no other option but to use the necessary force to gain entry into the vehicle.
Listen, if you damage my private property, you're going to be liable. The person that issues the order and the individual that
Cars should, I mean, maybe this is, no, because then criminals would use it to break into the car. I was gonna say, you know those like Slim Jim things cops can use to unlock cars? That kind of, it's like a hook that goes into the door and then it can unlock the thing. I was gonna say they should add another thing into manufactured cars that, so instead of smashing the window, you can kind of put it down there and hit a different switch and it'll just make the window drop. Although it might damage the window, but I don't know. So that they can get in that way, but I don't know. I guess if they wanted to, they could just unlock the door with one of those, but probably not every car has accessible, like, locking mechanisms like that. I don't know.
does it.
Now I'm doing the sovereign citizen thing where I saw something in a movie once and I'm applying it to the real world like a stupid person.
The man that issues the order and the man that does it. You're all going to be liable. Anybody that's standing around witnessing it with a gun, keeping me from protecting my private property, you're going to be liable too. Listen, I know you think you've been taught that you have a right to do this in your training, but I'm telling you right now, you don't.
Older cars can be unlocked that way, but not past 2000s. Okay, that's interesting.
Listen, I don't want this to come on you. God is serious when it comes to his man, his people. All right, I'm one of God's people. You can't do this.
Alabale Soul with 25 bits. Hey, Hannah, super happy to catch your stream. Have been feeling crappy lately, but your streams always help. I'm glad. Thanks for tuning in.
To his people. Listen, you're going to find porn on your... You're going to find all kinds of bad things from the Lord are going to happen to you. I don't want this to happen to you, man. Seriously, you need to do what's right according to the law.
He has the power of God and anime on his side.
I'm not trying to take over your system.
I'm going to give you a moment to think about it. But
there's nothing to think about, sir. I can't cooperate with tyranny. Listen, you're going to put my life, my family's life in danger. You're going to break windows. You're a horrible man if you do that. Listen, you're a horrible man if you do that. The only right decision here is to let Mark travel with his family. That's the only right decision.
I'm going to come back in a moment and ask you one more time, and if you continue...
Listen, I'm not cooperating with tyranny. It can't happen. I can't... Listen, I'm not forcing you. Whatever you do, you're doing on your own. Nobody's forcing you to destroy somebody's private property. That's totally on you. People don't get it, man. They don't get it. They want to destroy private property. They say, I'm forcing them to destroy my private property. They've got guns. They're surrounding me. Look at these guns. I've got all these guns. I got these people. They abide under their legal system, which is fine. I don't want to take over their legal system. I want nothing to do with their legal system.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Antipodian Squid, people don't get it, you don't say. It's almost like it's hard to not understand nonsense. It's hard to understand nonsense, rather.
Step out, brother. All right.
Now they want to harass my family.
There's two octopuses. There's two octopuses. There's two octopuses.
You already talked. Are you asking to talk some more? I am charging for this, just so you know.
I ask that you let me speak one more time.
Okay, but I am charging for every second you're talking.
Understood. As I explained to you, I'm going to ask you here in a second for one final time to cooperate.
I cannot cooperate with tyranny, sir.
Let me just finish what I got to say first.
I cannot. It means too much. It means too much of future generations. I cannot cooperate with tyranny.
In a moment, I'm going to
It's almost over.
What are you planning on doing if I don't, so-called cooperate with you? You gonna break my window or something?
We're going to have to force entry into the vehicle.
You're gonna violate my private property?
Okay. I don't want to force entry into the vehicle. I don't want to have to remove you by any degree.
This cop almost looks excited that he's about to get to break a window, because I think he has the tool in his hand. He's like, yeah, finally, I get to do something.
Listen, you're not going to be protected here. You're not acting as a police officer. You're acting as a man damaging another man's property. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm not one of your citizens.
Drake Khan, thank you for the 20 bits. How do you think this guy, or rather, how much do you think this guy charges per second to talk to him? I saw one once where someone was charging, I think it was like $1,000 a minute or something. It was some ridiculous number.
I'm not in your city. I'm not in your state. I can't be in it. It's impossible. I'm a man created in the image of God. I'm on it. I came from it.
Those are legal arguments.
No, those are not legal. That's the law. No, that's the law. There are certain...
These are not legal. That's the law. Again, I don't know what he thinks the differentiation between saying something is legal or it's the law. I don't know what he thinks that means.
Certain things that are law. They don't change ever.
Mark, as I explained to you, this is the time
I'm the man named Mark, okay?
Okay, well, however you want me to be addressed, this is the final time I'm now going to ask you.
I cannot cooperate with tyranny. Listen, I can't cooperate with tyranny. If you damage my property, that's on you.
You're going to force us to...
I do not give you permission. No, listen.
I'm not asking for your permission.
Okay, well, you don't have it. You don't have my permission. I don't understand anything that you're saying.
Why is he in trouble? Driving without a license. Logarth with 20 bits. Well, man named Mark, you are about to have a window smashed in.
I don't understand what... Listen.
And we're going to have to remove you.
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't...
Here's the option. Mark, step out of the vehicle.
There's an option you're not saying. There's an option of, hey, Mark, the men with the guns are going to leave and you're going to travel freely with your family. That's an option.
That's not going to happen.
That's going to happen. I guarantee you it will happen. I guarantee you it will happen. Now, will you end up in court before then? Probably.
This is that final time that I've explained to you. Please step out.
He keeps saying it's the final time, but then he keeps going. Do they even smash the window in this video?
Okay, so you're not going to step out.
I'm not, listen.
Oh, they broke it. I missed it.
I'm not,
Here we
listen,
go.
I don't even understand what you're saying. I cannot cooperate with tyranny. You guys are tyrannical bullies. You're trying to extort money from me. Don't give him permission.
He was so excited. Did you see her? He's like, all right, finally.
Step out.
You're liable for that now.
All right, step out.
Jesus Christ. What an asshole. He's still posting 2 weeks ago. This is his most recent video. I want to watch some of these real quick. These are... He does the same thing, but in Mexico. For some... I don't know if he travels for business or just he likes to go to Mexico. Either way, here he is in Mexico trying to do the sovereign citizen stuff to Mexican City police. At least this other video says Mexico City. I don't know if this is Mexico City.
There's nothing funny about capitalism.
Logarth with 20 bets. I bet the Federales loved that. Unless it's just him driving. Maybe it is. Oh no, there's a cop.
Brian Patterson. Mark? Brian. Brian.
El motivo de la detención es para verificar el registro de su vehículo.
I don't speak Spanish, unfortunately, so... Looks like
I'm
they're
not
using...
tired. I'm not tired.
Anna Charles.
Permiso para conducir su licencia.
Permission for what? Permission? Permission for what?
Su licencia para conducir. Driver's license. Your driver's license.
Permission to search the car, they're saying. Okay.
I
They want
am
permission
traveling.
to search.
Estoy viajando.
Pero su permiso para conducir.
The funny thing is, okay, so sovereign citizen stuff like this often hinges on specific word choice, right? Again, I'm not driving, I'm traveling. And that doesn't even work in English, right? You can't just loophole by changing, you know, what word you're using to describe the activity you're doing. It's still the same activity. Would that even translate? Would the stupid driving, traveling thing even translate appropriately? I mean, certainly, I'm sure there's a Spanish word for driving that is separate from the general traveling, but, like, even then, that only applies to sovereign citizens as far as they believe because of Black's Law Dictionary, which is an English law dictionary about United States law. That wouldn't even apply to Mexico. First of all, it doesn't apply to the United States. It's bullshit. But even if it was real, it wouldn't apply to Mexico. What is wrong with this man?
De todos modos debe de portar el permiso para conducir expedido por su ciudad de origen.
In any case, you must carry the driving license issued by your city of origin.
Okay, so they are using translate. The cop says, if you didn't hear, in any case, you need to have a driver's license from your city of origin. State. I don't know if Mexico does driver's licenses by city, or if it's just an off translation. Dude spanking dudes with 20 bits. Can we get a cleanse, please? Also, it's just dawning on me, my mom could have gotten me killed. So like 2 years ago, I was on medication. My therapist prescribed me, it gave me hallucinations. My mom was drunk at the time. She kept holding me down for no reason. When I pushed off her and hit her, she called the cops. Keep in mind, I was seeing things, but conscious enough to know it was hallucinations. Cops came and I was admitted to the mental hospital. Imagine if I hit the cop. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Maybe we'll do a cleanse. I don't know.
I am traveling, not driving. Driving is commerce.
Again, does he not understand that that's like again, it's not even true in the States. It's not. But if what he was saying were true, it would only apply to the United States. Even within the sovereign citizen belief system, this is stupid. This is stupid.
Estoy viajando sin conducir es comercio.
Pero para conducir necesita un permiso para conducir independientemente del registro de su vehículo.
To drive, I need a permit to drive independently to the registration of your vehicle.
Logarth with 20 bits cop. Oh man, this translation app is not working very well. That's what I was thinking. Does the cop just think this is a really rough like translation thing where they're just not getting across to each other, or does he realize this guy is nuts?
I am not driving. I am traveling, transporting my property from point A to point B.
Why does he think what?
No estoy conduciendo, estoy viajando, transportando mi propiedad del punto A al punto B.
Ok. Necesito un permiso para conducir, licencia. Licencia para conducir. Licencia, you. Personal ID card, you.
Pasaporte?
No. ID card for driver.
I'm not from Mexico.
Yeah, yes. You is tourist. Muéstrame your...
You're a tourist.
Frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Here's a 2-minute one. The comment, by the way, he left said, while he was in Mexico, he got pulled over 5 times. How do you get pulled over 5 times? I assume he doesn't have a license plate or something like that.
Pardon me?
Su licencia.
My name is Asher. What's your Mark? Mark. No,
¿Nadie habla español?
I speak English.
The Under 92 with 20 bits. Can we just take a minute to appreciate how incredible technology is that it can real-time translate? Yeah, it is cool.
¿Habla español?
Speak English.
¿También usted?
I speak English.
Head northeast on Perry Car Boulevard, Manuel Avila Camacho.
I don't understand.
Trae
Sir.
carga, debe circular por allá abajo.
I don't understand, sir.
Por allá abajo con su carga. pague su teléfono y tenga la precaución más cuando se ocasiona un accidente. Debe de ir
I'm
por allá
traveling.
abajo.
I'm traveling.
Por abajo, nada más. Es la restricción por aquella avenida.
Can I get to Querétaro that?
About the tools of capitalism.
Frustrating. Phosphophyllite with 69 bits. Nice. I don't understand how you handle this sovereign citizen crap. I get so frustrated just watching these, yeah. It's annoying, but it is what it is. You know. Anyway. What's this, a custom boat?
Here, I'm Queer, and welcome back to my channel.
Does this person, like, make dolls?
I was really...
I'll skip around, but I'm not watching a 20-minute video about someone making a doll.
And they did not want to give the right
Logo 50 bits cleanse.
to Pixar. Until, of course, they saw how successful the first movie went, which boosted toy sales. And Barbie started to appear in 2, 3, and... I guess 4. Well, Bo Peep is making her comeback, and that fragile porcelain lamp is no more. My main goal is to give her the same beauty she has in the film and make it come to life. So let's go ahead and get it started. So I chose to customize
Welcome,
the Epic
Jalen
Moves
Jean.
Bo Peep doll because she has a semi-made-to-move body from Mattel, and I do prefer a lot of posability. One thing that really makes this inaccurate is her rooted hair, and yeah, the face up. She looks like Toy Story 1 Bo Peep. So first let me remove all of her hair. After that, we can take our acetone or nail polish.
I don't like holes. I don't like holes like that. That makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't like that. Does anyone else know what I'm talking about?
Before adding the details. I'm sure you can already tell that this is a far departure from my usual style of face-up, for I really want her to look movie accurate. My goal was to make her look like a porcelain Disney exclusive doll, which I'm surprised they
the
didn't
worst. I
make
hate
one.
it. Yeah.
I think
it's one of
they
the
only
reasons
made
I
the one
like
that talks,
Junji
from what I know.
Ito. He does some stuff that's like with like holes and stuff like that. It's pretty gross. He's a horror manga
Bo's face
guy,
really had a
you know.
drastic change from Toy Story 1 and 2, and it's crazy how far 3D animation has taken us. I did spray it with Mr. Super Clear so we can give it some shadows with chalk pastels. I mixed some deep oranges and browns to give her hair more depth.
I should try World of Horror. Okay. Not
I also
familiar.
used it to give her curls some details. For her bangs, I used pencils and paint for that graphic detail.
Logarth, remember the Photoshop of the lotus seed pod on everything? I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about.
After all of that, make sure that she is completely set with Mr. Super Clear because we are going to glaze her up. If there are areas left unset with Mr. Super Clear, it could bleed out and ruin the entire face, so make sure that every single area is coated and set with Mr. Super Clear. I'm just using the Liquitex Gloss Varnish to give the shiny porcelain look, and I did this on her entire body. Well, those that will not be covered anyway.
And then he makes
Really
the
stiff, and
dress. Or she makes the dress, I'm actually not sure. They make the dress, I don't know.
Then I'm taking the lace ribbon again to add onto the hem. I just gather the cape leaving half an inch for the sides, and I steal the button from the stiff cape and I stitched it onto this one. So the cape actually does fit her waist, so technically this can still be a skirt, but it's not dramatic enough for my taste. Speaking of drama, I wanted that skirt I made to be filled with volume like how Bo Peep's skirt was in Toy Story 1 and 2. She was like literally a cake topper, like a walking cake topper. I'm making a crinoline with everyone's favorite word, Warbler. Well, it's my favorite word. The Pokemon sounding material that I have been using for a while. It's like my favorite material. I just cut multiple strips and heated the ends to piece them together to create a circle. And I think I made 4 circles in total that goes down inside. Unfortunately, these girls aren't as lively and vibrant as the movie, so I'm gonna be giving back some color to them. At first, I went for a pink color thinking it would oxidize lighter, but it was literally pink, so I changed it to this cream color. I painted their faces, ears, and legs.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Then I sprayed the entire sheet with Mr. Super Clear so we can add more details with pastels. The key to this design was a lot of subtle gradients, and that can easily be done with chalk pastels. Set it with Mr. Super Clear, and we're gonna and staff and also the pink pumps.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Can you get a link? Sure. Well, good job. I'm too impatient for videos like that, though. I can't sit through a 20-minute video of just watching someone work on a thing. I don't know why. Probably the ADHD. Not sure, though. Alright, what's this, Sovereign Citizen? This is, Sovereign Citizen. Everyone wants to be...
License is... If the state converts a liberty into a privilege, the citizen can engage with the right with impunity. Driver license is a privilege.
Okay, I still need to see the driver.
No, you don't.
I do drug traffic infractions.
No, you don't. Is it in the crime? You just said you took an oath to the Constitution, and yet you're pulling us over, and we don't have a crime. You don't have a corpus delicti. You don't say that we robbed anybody. We didn't kill anybody.
They don't know what corpus delicti means. They think they do, but they don't. Sovereign citizens seem to think corpus delicti means like a witness to a crime, when it really just means evidence that some malfeasance has taken place, that there is, you know, evidence to the nature of the crime, or there's evidence a crime exists. It doesn't specifically have to be a witness. It's just an example that's often given as a kind of corpus delicti.
So you're out of your jurisdiction, and you're finna lose your job. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You took an oath to the Constitution, sir. You're pulling us over without a crime.
Thank you for hosting.
No, there's an infraction.
There's not a crime. A fraction is not a crime. An infraction is not a crime. You just said you took an oath to the Constitution.
Okay.
Okay, there's nowhere in the Constitution where it says none of these legislations or regulations that you're saying is in the Constitution.
Okay, again, this is how you can tell, I think, a lot of these sovereign citizens like try and like cite the Constitution without ever reading the Constitution, because the Constitution explicitly, for one thing, a lot of traffic laws are state laws, okay? The Constitution outlines that, like, the state governments have the rights to make their own laws with their own legislatures and under their own constitutions. That's fine. That's in the Constitution. But, like, if we're talking about laws in general, the Constitution outlines how laws are to be written and who writes them and who interprets them, right? Have they ever read the Constitution? It doesn't just say you can do whatever you want. The Constitution is more than just the Bill of Rights. Seems to be the only thing people know about, though. Very strange. Sounds like something happened, but I don't know what it is. Blueberry Soda, thank you for hosting. I appreciate that.
I still need to see a
No, you don't, because I'm not a driver. I'm not a driver.
This video, the last video was 23 minutes of a white guy arguing with the cops, and they let it go on the whole time. This video is only 3 minutes, and this guy is not a white guy. Gee, I wonder if there's a reason for that.
An ID.
I don't need an ID. I'm a traveler. We are a travelers. We're travelers. We don't need identification. All right. You want to keep... That's another second. We're going to sue this whole state. You're finna lose your job, sir. We know our rights. You're finna lose your job. No, you're finna lose your job. You're finna lose your job.
Does anybody have any forms of identification at all?
Identification is for a driver, not a traveler. We're travelers. Freemen, traveling free on the land and in the land.
Okay.
Logarth with 20 bits, and this guy isn't even in the driver's seat operating the vehicle. Yeah, I don't think the passenger should need to give their ID, but...
Because you all in the wrong right now. It's no crime.
Well, like I said, I've observed traffic infractions.
It's no crime. That's not a crime. That's not a crime. Did we steal anything? Did we kill anybody? What? Did we rob anybody or did we kill anybody? Did we rob? No, answer the question. It's on video. Answer the question. Did we rob or kill anyone? Did we rob or kill anyone?
I'm explaining.
Did we rob or kill anyone?
Okay.
Did we rob or kill anyone, sir? Did we? Did we or did we not? You're on camera right now. We're going to sue this whole state. You're finna lose your job.
Okay.
Lie.
Sir, I'm trying to be patient with you.
It's no patience. You don't need to be pulling us over. We're not drivers.
Like I said, I observed traffic infractions.
It's no...
And all I want to do is confirm whether you have a valid driver's
speeding,
license or not.
driving without a license, wrong plates, no registration.
Maybe he is the driver, but the image is flipped, because he is holding keys in his hand.
No tags have been held as non-arrestable offenses. I can give you the codes too if you want them. I do not consent to anything you're saying. I don't even know who you are.
Does he think theft and murder are the only crimes? I would imagine those are the go-to examples, because people like this, sovereign citizens, tend to think that crimes require a victim, and unless you're, like, stealing or murdering someone or any of that stuff, like, you know, who's the victim? Because they're incapable of recognizing that there are laws that are preventative and not just, you know, consequences of horrible actions.
You don't have 3 points of identification. You don't even have your name tag on. You don't have 3 points of identification.
Evocative Kitsune asks, is citizenship acquired automatically at birth in the U.S.? Yes, it's called birthright citizenship. If you are born in the United States, you are a citizen of the United States.
So you could be trying to kidnap us right now because you're harassing us right now.
This also applies. They're like, let's say your parents are American citizens and you are born, let's say they're on vacation in the UK or somewhere else, and they happen to, you know, give birth to you there, you're still a citizen. If your family's in the military and they're on, like, a foreign military base, you're still a U.S. citizen, like, they're, you know. But yes, if you're born in the United States, you're a birthright citizen.
Free beings with travelers, and you're harassing us right now. You're not upholding your job. You are not upholding the Constitution right now. You don't have no corpus delicti, sir. You can tell your officer that because
it's corpus delicti. I think he's mispronouncing it.
Pray, because he's not going to understand that.
I need you to stand down and get...
This seems like a clip from a completely different video.
Open your window now, or I'm going to bust it out.
Asking him for his supervisor. I'm asking you for your supervisor.
I think that's just that person's channel thing.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Oopsie. That XY girl with 50 bits. If you want a sovereign citizen video to flip through, this guy gets pulled over 5 times by the same cop for driving on a suspended license. Ooh, okay. Let's take a look. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results.
Being recorded.
Stop number 1.
You're being recorded. I don't consent to the stop.
That's fine.
You are harassing me.
Are you still driving on a suspended driver's license?
I'm not driving.
See, it says stop number 1, but the cop says, are you still driving around on a suspended license? Meaning this isn't even the first one, but this is probably the first one that's been recorded.
I just saw you driving a car. You're still sitting in the driver's seat.
Dude.
And your driver's license is suspended. So here's what's going to happen.
You can quit hanging around the house.
Why?
Because that's stalking, dude. You are stalking.
Okay. You're gonna sit here. You're gonna behave while I go cut you a citation for driving.
You're gonna fuck off. Go do your thing.
Yeah. You have insurance today, Adam?
I'm not answering any questions.
Okay, so you're refusing to provide proof of insurance?
No, I'm not.
Okay, let's see proof of insurance.
Do I have? Am I obligated to show it to you?
Yes, you are.
Under what law? Can you show me the law?
4630.02.
Go show me the law.
No, that's not how it works.
Go show me the law.
Okay, you'll be getting a ticket for that then as well. Are you
This
living
is
in this house now?
this isn't. I don't answer questions. Okay. This is a non-consensual stop.
I'm gonna write this down.
I'm telling you, right now that this is a non-consensual stop, and I charge $2,000 an hour.
Oh.
So that's notice.
Camus tomorrow, first thing in the morning, tell them all about it. You can send them an invoice. How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
So you're agreeing to it.
No.
Well, continuing this stop is agreeing to it. So.
There's nothing funny about the
Wouldn't that be nice if that's how that worked? If you just charge federal employees for talking to you? That'd be a good get-quick-rich scheme. Just go to the post office and say, if you talk to me, I'm charging $1 million a minute, and then you'd put a lien against the federal government. That's something sovereign citizens get in trouble for a lot, by the way. A lot relative to the rest of the population. They file a lot of false liens against people for stuff like this. So they aren't just saying like, oh, I mean, they are just saying, but they're saying, I'm charging you $2,000 a minute. But then they'll actually try and file a lien against someone, which is a felony. You can't do that unless you have a right to do so. Like if you're actually owed money by them and they're not paying you. That XY girl with 25 bits, you should know this one is all talk, citations, and no window busts. Okay, that's fine. They don't all need to be a window smasher.
I'm gonna go cut you a citation.
ICA Phoenix says, oh, Hannah, did you end up managing to fix your Sonic with the bending the battery prongs, or did you just find another core? I was able to fix this one. I had two. I was able to fix this one. The other one still doesn't work, but I kind of just got tired of trying it, so probably if I work on the other one more, it'll work. I don't know, though. Thank you. If it was you who told me how to fix it, thank you. This is going to be the professor. We do a D&D stream on Wednesdays usually over at Actual Jake's channel. My D&D characters, steampunk wizard that's basically sort of like a Time Lord from Doctor Who, and this is what their new wand is going to look like. Except this white part, I'm gonna do what I did to the first professor's wand, which is kind of sand it down to make it rough and then put wood stain on it to make this part look wooden. But other than that, it's going to look like this. It's pretty cool. 99% of you don't care, but I find it interesting. So.
Continuing this stop is consenting to my fee schedule.
Francis010. Whoever reads this message owes me $250. File a lien, I dare you.
Well, I'm recording it right now, so.
Are there any other good D&D streams like yours? The most popular one is Critical Role. I don't really watch D&D streams. I like to play D&D, but I don't really watch it. But I know like Jake and Sarah and Alex, they really like Critical Role. I'm sure there are other very good D&D streams, but you definitely have to ask them. I think they're more into watching that stuff.
This is stalking.
Is it?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
If a police officer knows that a crime is gonna
You're not a fucking police officer.
Spot every day.
That's stalking.
Does it make sense for the officer to wait in that spot for that crime to occur?
What crime? What crime? Show me that it's a crime.
I can tell you, it's on every citation I give you. The law is listed.
No. Color of law is listed. Okay. You're acting under color of law, unlawfully.
You should have gone into the legal profession, Adam.
Why would I do that?
Very well.
Why would I do that? I'd get the real law, but you'd probably fucking pull a gun on me.
RCW 46.
I don't care. You know, your RCWs don't mean shit to me.
That's right, capitalistic propaganda.
What laws do you respect, Adam?
Common law.
Page Pop Pie, thanks for following.
So you're not required to have a driver's license at all?
If I was driving, sure.
So what were you doing just now?
I'm traveling.
So operating a motor vehicle is...
I'm not operating a motor vehicle.
I saw you doing
Man,
it.
I've got all the codes and stats and
Is that the photocopies of that stuff you gave me last time where it said you're going to find me an
No.
ounce of pure gold, very violation?
Oh, so you got that. Good.
Fine you an ounce of pure gold.
It's in the evidence.
At least we know the sovereign citizens are on the gold standard.
Good.
First time I met you.
Good.
What is with some people's obsession with getting America on the gold standard? That's a really terrible idea. There's a reason we left the gold standard, guys. There's a reason we're a fiat currency. Big yikes, Frankie with 25 bits. Do you think any of these sovereign citizens voted for Trump? We've watched one where a sovereign citizen is on a live stream and they literally pray to Donald Trump to save them. So yes, I think a lot of them are Trump supporters. Dracon, thank you for 500 bits, says here. Thank you.
Okay.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Dracon with another 100 bits. Here's the rest of my bits. I can't take the stupidity anymore. If that means you're leaving, I understand. But thank you. And thank you for coming to the stream. I appreciate it.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Covered or what?
Antipodian Squid, I would have thought they'd be against enrolling to vote and being on the system. Probably a lot of them are, but I think a lot of conspiracy theorists think Trump is, like, anti-establishment, and they think Trump is, like, one of their guys, and then whatever their pet conspiracy theory is, they think Trump is, like, behind them, so they go out to vote for that anyway. Like, Trump got a lot of non-voters to go and vote, and I think he got a lot of these, like, people who are a little detached from reality. Prayed for God to send Trump or prayed to Trump? He prayed to Trump. He said, please, he was like, please, Donald Trump, come and save me. Donald Trump, come and save me. Please, Donald Trump. It was really pathetic.
Wait, what's the purpose of the stop? No. What did you pull me over for? You cannot stop me for that.
He can. If he knows you're on a suspended license and he sees you driving, yes, the cops can stop you for that.
Oh, you can do a lot of shit.
That would be like saying, I don't know. What would be an example? It would be like if O.J. Simpson in his Ford Bronco was running away, but the cops are like, we have to wait for him to speed or make an unsignaled lane change, otherwise we can't pull him over. Like, no. If they see you committing a crime or suspect you of committing a crime, they can pull you over. What are you talking about? By the fact that he knows you are on a suspended license and he sees you driving, he is seeing you commit a crime. Daddy Sume with 30 bits. Trump is literally nega Obama. He is a Republican Obama, and that's horrifying. What does that mean? I don't even know what you mean by that, specifically.
I could kill somebody too, but it doesn't mean it's lawful.
Okay. You have different means to fight it.
Well, okay.
I recommend you show up for one of your court dates.
I've got federal fucking law that you can look over when I get there.
Any one of the court dates for any one of the citations that you receive for driving on a suspended driver's license, you should show up and argue your case.
Argue my case? I don't need to. The fucking.
You don't need to show up to court?
I'll go to fucking court and show you the fucking law.
Have you gone to any of your court dates yet?
Do I have warrants?
Not yet, but that's because the court.
Oh, not yet. So your
courts are all shut down because of the virus. I don't even know if they're putting warrants.
Oh, well, then how the fuck could I go to court then?
Well, because I put it out till May 21st. That's when they told us to.
Well, okay, then you answered your own fucking question.
Oh, look, this is like your 7th.
Because you're fucking stalking me.
Daddy Sume says he used social media to motivate a lot of non-voters to go out and vote, and it secured him a victory when it was anticipated he would lose. Okay, sure. Fair enough. Was Obama anticipated to lose in 2012? Or in 2008, rather? Sorry. I'm actually not sure. I don't know what the polls were saying in 2008.
Sure.
You are stalking. You just... Thank you. Fuck. A lot of cops aren't dumb enough to admit that shit, but hey.
Like I told you, if I know where a crime is going to occur every day, I'm kind of obligated to be in the spot where it's going to occur and enforce the law.
No.
You have no regard for the law,
No.
Adam.
When a crime occurs, somebody calls you. Typically. A victim.
Okay. Is that what it is? You don't think there's a victim to this crime?
Absolute. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay, so because there's no victim, you should be able to drive on a suspended driver's license?
I'm not driving. I'm not engaged in commercial activity.
Again, I've said this before, but in case you've not seen my sovereign citizen stuff before, sovereign citizens believe that due to an obscure, well, I guess it's not obscure, it was Black's Law Dictionary, but Black's Law Dictionary is a large, and I mean, by large, I mean like popular legal dictionary. It's not the only legal dictionary, but it's one of the top ones. It's used as a reference material if you're like a lawyer or if you're a law student, more likely. It's literally just a dictionary of terms and what they mean legally within the United States. It's been around for a very long time. We're on 11th edition right now, I think, is the most recent one. I could be wrong. But anyway, in like the 3rd edition or something of Black's Law Dictionary, it's from like the 1920s or the 1930s, I don't remember. It defines driver as someone who is employed in operating a coach, carriage, or automobile. Now, sovereign citizens will take the word employed in that sentence and think, oh, employed, I must need to be an employee of someone and driving for them in order to be a driver. Otherwise, I'm not driving and I don't require a driver's license. It's not the case. When it says employed, it means engaging in the activity of, right? That's a definition of employed. Nowadays, colloquially employed typically means like, oh, you're employed at McDonald's or you're employed at, J.C. Penney's, you're working for someone. But that's not the only definition of the word employed. Anyway, this is an outdated edition anyway. That's from like the 30s. The 11th edition does not define driver this way. And even if it did, it's a legal dictionary. It's not the law. The law is what matters. A legal dictionary is how, it's a legal dictionary. The law is the law. And the law says if you're operating a motor vehicle on public roadways, you need a license. It's very simple. They're just trying to throw a tantrum, basically. Big Yikes Frankie says, LOL at cops calling this a crime while they call domestic abuse a civil matter. Well, 40% of them are engaging in it, so...
I don't know why either. You're fucking stalking me. This is harassment. How many times can you ticket somebody the same fucking thing before you've even gone to fucking court?
Every time I see it, Adam.
Every double jeopardy shit, yeah?
If you keep doing it, how many times can you steal from a store? Am I only allowed to arrest someone for stealing one time? If you steal from Safeway today, and I arrest you, am I not allowed to arrest you?
Safeway would be a victim, wouldn't it? For a crime to exist, there must be an injured party.
No. Untrue. Again, this is where they're trying to cite corpus delicti, which basically says that in order to, say that a crime has been committed, there needs to be evidence that crime was committed. An example that is often given for corpus delicti is a witness. A witness says they saw you commit a crime. That can be the corpus delicti. But that does not mean that all corpus delicti are witnesses. It just means that's a kind of evidence that can be used to meet the corpus delicti burden, right? Sovereign citizens don't get this. They think that all corpus delicti must be a witness or something along those lines, an injured party that can attest to a crime, when that's not what it means.
Okay.
Yeah.
Combat Tech Sport says, yeah. It says, if you violate state law, de facto, the state is the victim. Yeah.
You've got 15 more minutes. 14 minutes.
Before what?
Before it becomes unlawful detainment.
I thought it already was, according to you. All right, hey. You good? We're gonna come over to this side, probably. I'm going to my car. All right, Adam. The green infraction.
The green infraction?
Yeah, the one I'm holding here, the green one. Thank you. The green infraction here. It's got your personal information at the top. I saw your eyes, so we can stop playing that game.
You already know the fucking color of my eyes anyway. Come on. How long were you staring at me? Fucking...
I'm glad you can appreciate
googly eyeing me and shit.
I'm glad you can appreciate the little game that was going on.
That you play? Yeah.
Okay. Your personal information, the date, the time.
He's so petty.
Traveling.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
The under 92 at 20 bits. Also, if these people want to be technical, if someone doesn't have their driver's license and a police officer pulls you over, the state sees you as an unfit driver, where you as the person without the license are putting others on the road in danger. There's your victims. Yeah.
Motor vehicle.
You just admitted that I was traveling.
Yeah, in a motor vehicle behind the wheel.
No.
Yeah, I assumed he was about to say like a homophobic slur, but I think he realized that he was on camera and that wouldn't make him look very good. So I think he chose to sidestep his homophobia, at least a little bit. Antipodian Squid of 50 bits. I love that this cop speaks sovereign citizen and is just toying with him while arresting him and trying to convince him to go to his court dates. Yeah, I like that too. We've seen a judge that a couple times, he knows the sovereign citizen BS, so he'll play into it and make fun of it, and that's always fun.
Alright, whatever, man.
I was behind the wheel of my private conveyance, yeah.
Okay. The vehicle information violation on this one is
Jalen Jean says, as someone who's experienced random police brutality, how do these sovereign citizens get away with talking to cops like this? Most of them are white. I think that helps.
fail to show proof of insurance.
Not all, though, but most. And when they're not, it doesn't tend to go very well for very long.
3 options listed on the back.
There are also cops, by the way. People say a cab, understandably so. And the reason for that is, even if you're not a cop who escalates situations and becomes violent very easily, there are plenty of cops who will tolerate that behavior. So not every cop is going to be a power-tripping asshole who's going to, like, look for an excuse to fuck with you. They might just be a cop who doesn't stop it when they know it's occurring with other police officers. So sometimes they're probably getting those cops who don't necessarily engage in that behavior themselves, but they do enable it if it happens around them. So, I don't know.
Those options, decide which one you want to choose. Check the box for whatever one you choose. Mail it to that address within 15 business days.
Well, I don't choose to contract with you, so you're littering otherwise. I mean, you're littering in my car.
This one's filled out the same way. Personal information, the personal information at the top. Date, time, where I saw you driving. Vehicle information. This one's a criminal citation for driving while suspended 3rd degree. Mandatory court appearance May 21st, 8:30 a.m. at the Kansas Municipal Courthouse.
Barratry?
What?
Barratry mean anything to you? No?
Mandatory appearance offense. Right here's the instructions for mandatory appearance offense. If you don't show up, they're going to put a warrant out for your arrest.
Well, I don't accept it, but hey, you're going to litter in my car anyway. Fucking douchebag.
3 days later. Oh, what a much better camera angle.
Here's your license back. Alright, so today you're getting cited for driving while suspended.
How many times, like, after how many times getting, fined for this does he get arrested? You'd think after a certain number of times he would get arrested for driving on a suspended license repeatedly.
Operating a motor vehicle without insurance and operating a motor vehicle without registration in the vehicle.
You're presuming that I don't have insurance?
I asked you and I gave you the opportunity to present all
I'm not obligated to prove anything to you.
Okay. So, you have to respond with the, ticket for the insurance and registration within 15 days by mail, or they could further your suspension. As true as you can take care of it, you can either pay it, request mitigated hearing, or contested. Make sure you fill all that information out, sign it, send it to the Kansas Courthouse. For the suspended, you have a court date on 5/7 at 8:30 in the morning. Okay, if you don't show up for that, you'll get a warrant for your arrest. It's not typed in there; it's handwritten because of our system.
Well, I must inform you of the crime of barratry.
Barratry?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of it?
Here's your tickets.
You ever heard of it?
Nope.
Taking me back to court for frivolous bullshit all the time?
Okay, if you drive, I'm going to just place you under arrest, book you, and tow your car. So you need to call a driver and have
How could you do that? I'm not driving.
I'm telling you, if you...
You're warning me. You're telling me that you're going to use violence against me if I travel down the road.
If you commit a crime,
If
he's going to arrest you for it.
That's a crime, huh?
Yes.
It's crime. Since when?
I'm not getting...
I have the fucking... Dude, I have the fucking law in my phone. You want to see that?
I have the law in my phone.
Don't fucking shush me.
Calm down, okay? If you drive, you're going to get pulled
Okay,
over.
well, I'm not driving, so...
Okay, if you travel,
Okay, so you're taking away my right to travel.
All right, please call a driver. You cannot drive.
I'm not. I don't have a driver.
All right.
What do you know?
Same night. What a dummy.
Hi, Adam.
What do you want?
You're suspended.
Suspended what?
Third.
We're recording, by the way.
Okay, that's fine. Do you have your license, registration, proof, insurance?
I'm not driving.
You are driving.
I'm traveling. I'm traveling.
Adam, let's not do this again.
Do what? I'm not doing anything.
He sounds like a child who keeps getting caught doing something by his parents, and he keeps doing the thing. Adam, let's not do this again. Do what? I'm not driving. I'm traveling.
Adam, I'm telling you right now, if you don't give me your information, I will have to break your window and pull you back out.
Well, under duress, I'll tell you who I am.
They always do that. Under duress. Yeah, that's kind of how the law works. That's how law enforcement works. If you break the law, then there are consequences for those actions. Like it would be like me, like when I go to pay my bills for the month, I'm like, okay, well, under duress, I'll make my mortgage payment, because if I don't, they're gonna evict me. Like, yeah, yup, you're an adult. I know, being an adult sucks. It sucks so much. But there are consequences for your actions. Under duress. Under duress, I'll go to work and I'll pay my bills and I'll follow the law. Yeah. Yep. Yep. We're all under duress, Adam. It sucks.
Okay, Adam Starr.
Okay.
102382.
Proof of driver's license. That is a.
I'm not driving. I'm traveling. I'm telling you now, I'm traveling. That is my right.
Okay. All right. We can go this route.
This is harassment, dude.
This isn't harassment. You have a suspended driver's license.
I'm not driving. I'm traveling. When are you guys going to get this? What's your name and badge number for the record?
Officer Hanley, 6378.
Anley? Did you say Anley?
Handley.
Handley.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
I am not.
Big yikes, Frankie, with 25 bits. For a sovereign citizen, Adam sure is putting in a lot of cash toward these roads. True. Gotta pay those tickets. Gotta fund those roads that I'm not allowed to drive on.
I just told you. What do you want?
I want your driver's license.
Hot take, you shouldn't have a mortgage? Why? Why not?
I'm not driving. I'm traveling.
Give me your driver's license.
You want ID? Can you get the light out of my eyes, please?
Well, I can't see your hand, so. Identification, registration, insurance. Look, I'm gonna be cool with you and calm with you.
You're not though. You're escalating things. You are too.
Thank you. I appreciate you giving me that. Do you have insurance?
I'm giving it to you only under duress.
Okay. Do you have insurance on the car?
I don't answer questions.
That's fine. Is this still your current mailing address?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. Well, I need an address for the courts. So I can send your stuff here. It can go there, and then when you miss it, you can get a warrant for your arrest.
Do whatever you're gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and put your hands on the steering wheel for me, all right? Hey, you can just stay there.
Because housing should be a human right detached from the market. Like, I agree, but that's not the world we live in right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and have a mortgage payment so I can have a house I can live in. While advocating for better systems.
If you want to give me your ID, you can, but I know who you are, all right? You just stay there, we'll give you a ticket, and that's it, all right? suspended license. That's it. You chill?
Yeah, of course.
I can't believe this guy gets this many chances. It's so ridiculous.
Right, now that everybody's here, I get this over with. You got still no insurance, none of that?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll frame it this way. I'm asking you to provide proof of insurance.
Are you allowed to use it against me in court?
I'm just asking you to show me proof of insurance. You don't have to.
I don't have to prove anything to you?
11 day, another one.
The fuck do you want?
Funny about the tools of capitalism.
How is Adam the one getting frustrated and mad here? Adam, you're the one who keeps breaking the law. Logarth with 20 bits. We should improvise, or we should improve society somewhat. Ah, yes, but you have a mortgage. I am very clever.
No, I'm not.
I get what the person is saying. It's just, you know, that's the ideal world is not the world we live in. So, while we live in the world that we live in, I'm gonna, you know, build equity as opposed to paying rent somewhere. How about that? Skrills, New York City. Thank you for following.
You know, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. I'm writing up a demand letter. So.
You're free to do whatever you want. But
good.
For now, I need you to stay right here when my cover unit shows up.
Dude.
I'm gonna write you a citation. And we're gonna part ways.
Get the fuck on with it, dude. I'm not dangerous. Go get your fucking ticket and get the fuck out of here. This is fucking ridiculous. You're stalking me. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Go. 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 Fucking tyrant.
Stop clip from Liar Liar with Jim Carrey on the phone. Stop breaking the law, asshole.
Fuck yourself. You're fucking stalking me. What'd you stop me for? No, what was the infraction?
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
What was the infraction?
Big yikes, Frankie said he's the cops pay pig.
Dude, your stop is invalid unless you got an infraction.
Yeah, you're driving with a suspended license. That's the infraction. Antipodians go to the 20 bits the next morning at the police station. So I pulled over Adam again. Whole station laughs.
Do you have ID? I want 3 forms of ID.
What?
Isn't it your policy? Then get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you need to provide me with ID, or you're not in uniform. You need to give me ID, or you're not in fucking uniform.
I don't think that's...
I've got something for you. Here. Here. You need to fill this out. You need to fill this out. You need to fill this out.
I'll look at it.
Officer Scotts.
I'm not going to fill this out. You want it back?
No, I want you to fill it out. What's up, bro?
Hey, back again.
Hey, can I have you fill one of these out, please? It's just a notice. Yeah, you're required to. By law.
No, they're not. You can't force the police that are pulling you over to fill out a form for you.
You're required to by law.
You can ask for, like, their name and their badge number, and they should give those things to you. But you can't be like, here, I have a piece of paperwork for you to fill out. Can you please do that?
Oregon driver's license, Mr. Starr.
I don't answer questions. So and you haven't even articulated anything.
Do you have a Oregon driver's license or ID card?
I don't answer questions. No, you haven't articulated. You refuse to articulate shit.
Following.
So you're not going to produce an ID of any kind?
When you can articulate a crime or an infraction, at least shit. What's the infraction?
This is the last time I'm going to ask.
What is the infraction?
Lucario Lee.
What is the infraction? You guys don't have body cams or dash cams?
No.
That is insane. I thought it was by law. I thought
they don't even have dash cams. That is ridiculous. This is the one thing I agree with Adam on. I think all cops should have body cameras, not only for the safety of citizens, but for their own safety. That way, if let's say a citizen claimed they did something that they didn't do, then they'd be able to provide evidence. But yeah, I think they should have them and not be able to turn them off. And then secondly, and I think it should be like they should get fired if it's found that they've tampered with it or if they're intentionally concealing their activities, unless they're in like a bathroom. I understand that. But like,
there's nothing funny about
they don't even have dash cams? That's absurd. Big yikes, Frankie with 25 bits. I'm conflicted. This guy is a fart, but I love the idea of wasting cop time.
like I thought
Per agency. It's agency dependent.
Really? Yeah, I thought it was like a standard, at least dash cams.
I can turn it down if the video's too loud. Sorry.
All right, Mr. Starr. There's two pieces of paper here. They both read the same. At the top, the personal information, the date, the time where I saw you driving, the vehicle information.
I wasn't driving.
Prime038 says, thank you, this is the first time watching you. It has been and is very enjoyable. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.
You choose, mail it to that address within 15 days. This is a criminal citation for driving on a suspended driver's license, suspended 3rd degree. We're not issuing court dates any longer because of the virus.
Let me ask, what's the difference between an infraction and the criminal?
Infraction is a civil offense.
Well, I get that, but I mean, what constitutes the criminal part and what constitutes
I looked this up once because I was curious, like, okay, what's the difference between a civil, like, what makes something, you know, a civil infraction versus a legal infraction, and or a criminal, rather, not legal. They're both legal. Criminal, I think, is when you're committing a crime, basically, that's considered so heinous it's against the state. Like, a murder's a murder, and, you know, of course, there's a victim in that crime, but murder is considered a crime against the state because you are harming society by murdering. Whereas civil infractions are about responsibilities we owe to one another as citizens. So, like, if you're driving without a license, you have a responsibility to people around you to have a driver's license because it shows that you have the ability to drive safely. So I think that's basically the distinction. I'm sure someone who actually knows what the fuck they're talking about in terms of the law could explain it better. I'd imagine that's not a very nuanced view. That was literally something I just Googled a while back.
So then how can you give me a...
I turned it down too much? Okay. Try and find a sweet spot.
An infraction, if it's a misdemeanor.
For insurance. Insurance is a civil infraction.
You say... Didn't you say the other one was driving...
This one here is a criminal infraction, or sorry, criminal citation for driving on a suspended driver's
And the other one's for what?
Civil infraction for operating a motor vehicle without insurance.
I thought you said it was also for...
No. Here's the important part. In the past, you've been given a court date on here. Because of the virus, the court has asked us for us to not give court dates any longer. All right? They're going to send you a court date in the mail to this address. It's the only address.
Why this address?
This is where I see you all the time.
Well, that's not my address.
Okay.
It's not on my ID.
Would you like for me to put a different address for them to send you a court date to?
Well, if I answer questions, I might, but, you know, that's not... I'm not obligated to you.
So,
I mean,
in lieu of that...
Considering you put whatever you want, I mean...
Well, you won't answer questions, Mr. Starr.
That's my prerogative.
Correct.
Okay. You can't just assume I live somewhere.
Okay. Would you like for me to put a different address than 3007 Northwest Norwood, where I see your truck parked?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. Then the court will get this address.
That's it. You did that.
Okay. Anyways, that's it. If I get through the cracks.
And I don't accept this. Take it easy, man.
I did kind of like the take it easy at the end. Like, they're like, all right, see you tomorrow. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that shit. Clovar, thank you for following. That was a good one, though. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Oh god, I'm gonna mispronounce this probably. Telequa Fire and Police break window to remove sovereign citizen for traveling improperly. This is body cam footage. Another good bonus if cops all had to wear body cam footage is I'd have more videos to cover, so please, make that a thing.
Hello, how's it going, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad. The reason why I pulled you over is you didn't have your seatbelt on. Is this window rolled down?
It rolls down, sir. Been all up. Been trying to get things taken care of.
Okay.
Just trying to get things.
It doesn't. This window doesn't roll down.
It rolls down about like that, sir.
Do you have your license, insurance on you, sir?
The no seatbelt people annoy me. My grandfather on my dad's side didn't like wearing seatbelts, and he thought it was. He was like, who am I harming? How is it not okay for me to wear a seatbelt? The government shouldn't tell me whether or not I should wear a seatbelt. And I explained to him, like, you're gonna become a projectile. That's why. If you like get in a car accident, you can be, you know, thrown from the car and hit some other car or hit someone else. You could hurt people in the car. If you don't even get ejected, you'd be rolling around in the car. I don't know. He's dead now, so I guess it doesn't matter. He didn't die in a car accident. He died of cancer. Anyway.
I can look your in.
Big yikes, Frankie with 25 bits. I think all body cam footage should be archived on live streams. Yeah, I think it should be put somewhere where the cops can't erase it.
Insurance of if that's what you're trying to do.
Well, actually, for the record,
He would have been an anti-masker? Maybe. He wasn't a Republican, which is the weird part of it. Like, I don't know what his deal was.
Your name and badge number.
My name is Officer Fritz, badge number 7. Do you have your license, insurance on? Sir, I need your license and insurance.
Okay, sir, is this encounter being recorded?
I need your license and insurance right now.
Sir, what evidence or information gave you probable cause to pull me over?
You didn't have your seatbelt on. You didn't have your seatbelt on when I walked up in the vehicle either.
You know that I'm not engaged in transportation. I'm not,
7 talk. Well, you start me another unit my way. My naughty's good. Sure, you give me your license or you go to jail for obstruction.
Sir, I'm not obstructing justice, sir. I'm just.
Well, give me your license.
Trying to get some information, sir. Hang on just a second.
Just someone in Rock 7.
Jalen Jean, PSAs for seatbelts were actually really big back in the 60s for this reason, and they used real footage of crash victims who had basically become human projectiles. I've seen a few clips. It's insane. Yeah, I don't know. It probably had to do... Like, he was old enough that he did grow up in a time when seatbelts just weren't a thing. I mean, most of his life they were, so he should have known better. But, like, that's probably where he was coming from, even though he wasn't, like, a right-wing Republican or something. He probably just remembered, like, when he was a kid, he didn't have to wear a seatbelt. So he just doesn't understand. Stubborn. I don't know. It's funny, too, because, like, I'd imagine he was somewhat anti-regulation, but he also lost multiple fingers in a factory accident. He worked at some plant that made stuff for GM, and he ended up losing fingers, so he basically had... Which ones did he have? Let me think. He was missing... He had a thumb, he had this one. Maybe it was like this. I think he was missing these 2 fingers because of some accident. As a kid, I always used to say he, and this is me being a dumb kid. He found it funny, so I don't think he minded. I used to say he had Ninja Turtle hands. Have you seen the Ninja Turtles? They have 3 fingers. Anyway, so it's funny that he's like anti-regulation, but like some extra OSHA stuff might have. He was also planning on becoming a cop, but then the accident made it so he couldn't become a cop. So it all ties back in.
2-8 alcohol advised, I'm in route 2. I'm gonna ask you one more time, sir. Where's your license?
Just a second, sir. I'm trying to find some information.
Where's your license?
Do all states require seatbelts now? I'm pretty sure. I'd imagine so. What state wouldn't require seatbelts?
Where's your license at?
Just a second, sir.
No, I don't. Listen.
This guy seems like a newer sovereign citizen, like he doesn't know the script yet, so he's trying to stumble to figure out what he's supposed to say.
We don't have...
might be looking for some paperwork. Sometimes they print out big things that have like, say this to the cop, say this to the cop. Maybe he's looking for it.
All the time in the world, okay? Give me your license. I'll write you your...
Why don't buses require seatbelts? I think it's because they're so big. It's because they're huge, right? But could be wrong. It's because they have a lot of I don't know. I don't know the specific reason, actually, but I assume it has to do with the fact that, yeah, they're like really big. And if you get in an accident and like if a car runs into you and you're in a bus, right? The car's the one that's going to get more damaged than the bus. I don't know. You'd have to ask someone who knows about cars.
Ticket and get
or vehicle laws.
You on your way, okay?
Jaddy Kerr says again, if he was black, this conversation would have gotten this far. Yeah, true.
Inform you that I was not engaged in transportation.
Buses don't usually go over a certain speed either. Unless you're in the movie Speed, and then you have to go above 50 miles an hour or else the bomb will go off.
I'm not commercial use of the highway. Are you aware?
It's allegedly more dangerous for buses to have them? Okay.
That I have informed you of that, sir.
You were traveling on the roadway without your seatbelt on. That is a traffic violation.
I was engaged in my free right of travel, yeah.
Oh, he has 2 phones. One phone to videotape and one phone to look up your sovereign citizen bullshit.
Whatever you want to call it, you were traveling...
Here we go. Okay. The NHTSA said, decided the best way to provide crash protection to passengers of large school buses is through a concept called compartmentalization. This requires that the interior of a large bus protect children without them needing to buckle up. Though compartmentalization, children are protected from crashes by strong, closely spaced seats that have energy-absorbing seat backs. Sorry, the chat kept moving. It made that hard to read. That's interesting.
On the road without your seatbelt. That is a traffic violation. Where's your driver's license?
Wow, 74 Quinn 74 says just Googled it, and I guess New Hampshire doesn't require seatbelt wearing, but other states you have to be pulled over for something else first. That's nuts. What's up with New Hampshire? Why is that a thing?
Sir, where's your driver's license? This is the lawful stop.
Okay, my next question, sir, is do you have a search warrant?
You don't need a search warrant to pull someone over.
I don't need a search warrant to ask for your license. I need your driver's license.
You have an arrest warrant with
You're supposed to have your driver's license and insurance verification for your vehicle, okay?
Okay, so is this a custodial stop or is it an actual
You're detained to investigate, okay? I'm here because you didn't have your seatbelt on when you passed me.
It's always as embarrassing as sovereign citizens usually are. It's even more embarrassing when it's clearly a new sovereign citizen that doesn't know the things to say. They're all bullshit, but at least you're saying something, and it doesn't just look like you're like, hold on, let me look at my script. Like, if you're gonna spout bullshit, at least know the bullshit, you know? If you're gonna do something, even if it's doing something wrong, at least do it right. Logarth with 20 bits, live free and die horribly. We also don't have helmet laws for motorcycles. That's why we have a huge bike rally near Laconia every year. Lame.
Am I under arrest, sir?
No. You are being detained at the time.
Okay, am I free to go?
No, you're not.
Okay.
You are not free to go.
All right, sir, since I am... So this isn't a custodial stop?
This is a traffic stop, and you're being detained.
So I'm being detained and I'm not...
Because you did not have your seatbelt on.
Sir, so therefore I wish to invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and not provide you with
But
any information.
you have to give me your license, or you can go to jail for obstruction.
That's not true, sir.
That is true. You're required in a traffic stop to give your license and registration and, you know, the things they ask for to the cop. Your Fifth Amendment right to not self-incriminate does not apply to giving your license and stuff to the cops. That's not how it works. You still need to identify yourself.
Oklahoma is not a identified state.
You are if there's a traffic stop.
If you arrest me,
there is
sir,
a traffic stop.
If you arrest me, sir, then I am required to give you information.
This is a traffic stop, and you are required to give me your driver's license. It is Oklahoma state law for you to surrender your driver's license and security verification. You're going to open this door, you're going to go to jail for obstruction. I've had enough. I've had enough. Open this door.
I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right to remain
No, you're
silent.
not. Open this door. You're going to go to jail for obstruction.
You may have the right to remain silent, and I have a right to counsel. I'm not going to say anything else until my attorney is present, sir.
Open this door.
Jezebel Dread says, if I end up having an interaction with cops again, I need to ask if they've had to deal with sovereign citizens. That's actually interesting. If I get pulled over in the future, I do need to ask. Not immediately. I don't want them to think I'm a sovereign citizen, but maybe be like, hey, this is a weird question. I do a show for my job where I look at sovereign citizens. Have you ever interacted with any? And see if they've ever interacted. Maybe they'd be annoyed. I don't know. But it'd be interesting.
You're obstructing. You're going to go to jail for obstruction. Open this door, give me your license, and we'll get you on your way. You can, sir, you can make this easy.
You gotta know the sovereign citizen script before you, like, this is embarrassing, even by sovereign citizen standards. I think even other sovereign
You gonna roll
citizens
this
would
window
look at
down
this and go,
and give me your license?
You know?
I think I've been pretty fair so far.
Good night, evocative Kitsune. Thanks for coming to the stream.
Sir, I'm giving you a lawful command to give me your driver's license and insurance verification. You don't do that, you're going for...
Oh, the guy's nervous, too. It looks like his hand's shaking. Like he should be nervous in this case. He's literally disobeying the cops.
You're going to jail for obstructing an officer.
Sir, I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right. I'm not saying anything. I'm not getting out of this vehicle.
But by you doing that, you're obstructing my investigation.
Intend to harm, injure, or punish me by any
He turned
method
this
of
traffic stop into two police cars, 1, 2, 3 police at minimum.
Insurance verification.
in any way to waive any fundamentally protected rights in order to exercise any other right or let.
Oh no, there's firefighters!
That's best.
We might have seen this one. This looks familiar.
Yeah, we'll go hands on.
He doesn't have a weapon somewhere tucked away. That's my biggest concern.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He might have one tucked to where you can't see it.
So as far as you bust the window out,
yeah,
and then we'll take care of it from there, and you kind of just
I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go up, hit it, clean it real quick. You guys go hands on.
Okay, then we'll go from there.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, we're ready now.
So 30 bit says, get the taser. The taser. Oh, bullshit. I wish I could think, oh, he's accidentally covering the camera. I don't think he's accidentally covering his body camera. I think that's completely 100% fucking intentional. Fuck that shit. Like, this should be a misdemeanor at minimum, covering your body camera intentionally. Fuck that. Logarth with 20 bits. Yep, I do worry about the cray assholes having a gun or knife or something. Firefighters help with extraction because their costs and equipment are coats and equipment are stab proof and they have tools. Antipodian Squid with 20 bits. I don't know how sovereign citizens build each other up, but if he were in an anti-vax mum group talking about it afterwards, there would be showers of praise. Quote, "You did so well for your first time, hun. So well. Stick to your guns, hun. Those police officers are just trying to scare you. They don't know what you're on about. You got this. You know what you're talking about." Yeah, that's kind of how they talk to each other. I've seen it. He might be protecting his face. Usually body cameras are like right here, though. This is protecting your face. He's doing this.
Okay, I'm not resisting. I just want you to know you guys are falsely imprisoning me.
Get out! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
This force is way too much for this idiot. This guy's an idiot. He doesn't need to be... This doesn't need to happen.
Get on the ground! Put your hands behind your back!
Antipodian Squid body cams here on the shoulder. Okay. I've mostly seen them when they're like right here, but you could be right.
Put your hands behind your back!
Logarth with 20 bits. You say that, but... Yeah.
Stay down.
I'm not going anywhere.
All right, we're gonna roll you over on your back, okay? Scoot back. All right, stand up.
All right, hang on, I got back.
All right, put one knee up. There, 1, 2, 3. Up.
I got a back knee.
So stupid. Why turn a traffic stop into a felony? Why? Why do? Bad idea. Very bad idea. What else can we watch?
As far as waking up, now that the world has become serious as far as waking up to legal slavery, Freemasons, Illuminati, and the corporate state system that is not a real government, that is committing fraud
and genocide against all mankind with COVID-19, face masks, and all of that.
Hello and welcome to another video. Runry here. If you watch my videos very often, then you may know this man. He's Marcel of the family Bassett, and he's been busy recently. Let's take a look.
Hi there, everybody. It is Marcel of the family Bassett from Peacemaker Society. This is a video regarding...
Hold on, is there a link to his actual channel? Let me see. What did he call himself? Peacemaker Society. Hold on. Marcel Bassett. I think that's this guy. Okay. This guy's getting added to the sovereign citizen list. Probably also conspiracy theories, but you know.
I need your help. We've gone ahead with an...
Is it Tinfoil Sunday? Unsurprisingly, the sovereign citizen community has a pretty big overlap with the conspiracy theory community. I know you're all shocked, but I'll let you catch your breath from that for a second.
Animal sanctuary. We owe $139,000 more on that. There is a house on the property that needs to be fixed up. And you guys can see we've started Peacemaker Society Animal Sanctuary.
So in one of his previous videos, he tells everybody he's bought a property, his own land, with several buildings on it that need work done. And he, of course, declares it his own sovereign nation.
You can't do that. You can't claim your property in the United States or wherever he happens to be. He has an accent, so maybe it's not the United States. But assuming you're in, like, a nation, you can't just claim part of it's, you know, sovereign. Especially if it's just your property. Like look at the United States. Like half the country tried that at one point and it didn't even work. You think you as an individual can secede from the United States?
And only a few days later, he makes a video saying he is in debt because he's made an animal sanctuary. I say that with air quotes. And he needs your help to pay for it. It's just one big con. And the idea of it being an animal sanctuary is absurd. You'll see. Just wait and see.
But within that, we have blue jays, squirrels, beavers, hawks.
He's Canadian? Yeah, that's not going to fly in Canada either.
All kinds of amazing nature, bears, coyotes, and we're taking care of them.
How are you taking care of wild animals? You're not taking care of the bears. What are you talking about? Logarth with 50 bits. I mean, haha, you can, but it's gonna be more a joke or a commune than anything actually recognized as a country, yeah. Like Molossia. Molossia is like a joke. But like, it's not real. He's not really sovereign.
We're making it that this land is safe for them.
I'm half expecting for him to upload a final video going on about how he's bought the most expensive organic beef from Whole Foods.
That XY girl with 20 bits, he is also the one who talks shit about other sovereign citizens for not doing it right, and he claims that if you can't make money off being a sovereign citizen, you're doing it wrong. Wow, like a out-and-out grifter then. That's a yikes.
So he can feed the bears the best food they can get, and how he's about to go out and feed them.
What's this guy? Rune Ray? Okay.
And we never hear from him again.
We need one-time gifts. You can send them to peacemakersociety@outlook.com.
Why is anyone else gonna want to pay for your little whatever you're making? You bought the property, pay for it. What? Big yikes, Frankie. Thank you for gifting a sub.
Whatever you can afford. We're also going to be putting membership dues towards that. I'm a little bit heartbroken over how I treated a number of different people. The way I acted in a bunch of different situations. I was clearly operating with my mind, not my heart. I've been replaying my entire life in my mind, and all through my life, I felt like I had a purpose. I felt like if I told other people what that purpose was, though, it separated us, and they always looked at me like... I was scared they would look at me like I was out there or crazy. That's why a lot of times in the past I would act out there or crazy, just so that when people would attack me, it would be for something I actually did.
Actually, fuck you. I'm under international law, all rights reserved. You are a war criminal, and I'm recording you.
Within that, I'm not crazy. I'm not any...
This guy's great. I'm gonna milk this guy dry. Oh my god. I could have phrased that better. I meant in the lol cow sense, not in the... not in any other sense.
But my heart is breaking for what's happening in the world right now. What we are witnessing is World War II, but way more. What's coming is really, really bad, and I'm so sorry I didn't get things up faster in the 11 years I had before now. I feel genuinely like I failed you guys, but I'm not failing anymore. We need funding. We need your help.
Give me your fucking money!
I personally...
Schmoobs with 20 bits. Yeah, rail against an employee that makes less than a living wage. That'll show the government. Gimpig with 20 bits. These sovereign citizens engaging with cops remind me of the martial arts masters with touch powers fighting MMA professionals. Yeah, that is funny. We've watched some of that before, I think, on Tinfoil Tuesday.
We need you guys to believe in us, to see me for who I am and what I'm here to do for you. No problem. Just so you know, if you work there, you're fully liable for killing kids, and we're coming after all of you. So yeah, please put me through to whoever you want for your paycheck.
Big yikes, Frankie with 25 bits. Next time someone does something I don't like, I'm going to call it a war crime. That's hilarious.
To all the police and military...
Gimpy G. Why do I always do that? Gimpy G.
...and legal agents out there, I am no longer going to yell at you guys. I'm going to dedicate myself to making sure you understand why...
In fairness, I have a lot of people who are regulars that I got to remember their names, and I'm bad at names in the first place. I do apologize, though.
...why the legal system is a criminal fraud. My staff and I are doing the final training right now so that they have signing authority in my name going forward. So whatever happens, Peacemaker Society will live on to try and help you all. To everyone who's had family or friends die, I am so sorry. There are concentration camps throughout Canada. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that these sick global elites are a bunch of pedophiles. I am so sorry to bring what the world really is to you. Please support Peacemaker Society Freedom Fund.
Give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money.
We are the best hope that everyone has. Our information is proven, recognized by judges, the Chamber of Commerce, social assistance, volunteer rewards programs, Volunteer Manitoba. Thank you so much. And for the record,
Joe Biden is a pedophile.
I have every right to defend me. Get that fucking
Make me.
out of my eyes.
Why you out of breath?
Fucking pussy.
Why you out of breath, man? You're
Fuck
riding a
you.
bike. You're riding a bike, man.
You
Or
get
what?
out of the area.
Why did they pepper spray that guy? Really?
I can't see. I can't see, please. I can't see.
in the past, I have used a number of antics to gain attention. I realized the world was enslaved. I was trying to wake people up to that. So from my heart, I am starting over, as is Peacemaker Society, in our relationship with you, the public. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for the things that I have said in the past that were offensive. My angry videos came across really out there because that's not really who I am.
So after all of that, telling everybody that he's changed for the better and he's here to save us from the end of the world and the Illuminati. But just a few days later, he immediately uploads videos like this.
Okay, this is criminal liability notice to Pallister, the whatever guy, Parliament guy in Manitoba, who's leading the COVID garbage and rights violations. This is criminal liability notice for him in his office, and I'm calling his constituency office. Within that, though, we encourage you to cease and desist.
Schmoobs, the 20-bit says, pleasing, culty, creepy sounds, ooh-woo.
All this COVID crap, because it's a lie. It's a DNA material. World Health Organization is funded by Bill Gates, and they're a corporation too, as is the United Nations.
The United Nations is not a corporation. Empty the tanks with 20 bits. Don't these people have better things to do? This guy is such a scammer. Look at the smirk through his apology. I assume this is his job. I assume he's just a grifter for a living.
What you guys are doing is just appalling, and we're keeping track of all of you. So you guys go on the news, we're writing your names down. It will be a class.
Storm Clouds Gathering on YouTube for a conspiracy theory person. Let me look. Is it all one word? Storm Clouds Gathering. Save this person for Tuesday. Conspiracy. There we go. Cool.
Action lawsuit within the legal system, as well as we will look into, as time goes, personally billing, leaning, and bankrupting all of you. Have a great day, and stop being a war criminal. What you guys are doing is a criminal fraud and violates the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, as well as just natural law and common law, which are the foundation to corporate rules given force of law, which is what the legal system is. It's voluntary, hey? And you guys forgot that. You're committing...
The legal system is not voluntary.
Just genocide. Smarten up. Study our website, study our YouTube. We are factual, and you guys are fucked. You think I'm going to give the people all your information and let them deal with you guys, hey?
He's threatening to dox that person. That's great. Good job.
Like, you guys fucked up, and this whole notice has been recorded and will be on YouTube with your guys' information. For
Oh
other people
no,
to
not
YouTube. You think you guys
the
are causing
horror.
trouble for the public? The public's about...
Jade Skywalker 85. Loved getting to see a Sovereign Citizen live, Hannah. Thank you for all the entertainment, but gotta go catch Jeff Holliday's monthly Wingnut Roundup. Bye. Hope it's fun. I'll probably, assuming that's starting soon, I'll probably raid to Jeff in a little bit. Hope it's good.
To cause you guys a lot of shit, lawfully, peacefully, within correct process, so you don't get your panties in a bunch. Have a great day, you fucking war criminal piece of shits. We'll see you around, motherfuckers. Bye. And again, this was all recorded. You're famous on YouTube in the next week. Thanks, guys.
I say this as someone who's made a living on YouTube for almost a decade. Anyone who's like, I have a YouTube, you're gonna be on YouTube, YouTube. It's fucking cringe and it is pathetic. Stop it. No one gives it. It'd be like being like, I have a Facebook page and I'm gonna put you on Facebook. Yeah, okay, no one cares. Shut up. What is the delusions of grandeur? It's so ridiculous.
That's how you hold these fuckers accountable. Okay, well, we're recording it. Whoever is the signing authority for your department, because you guys are committing a war crime against all mankind, you're in violation of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
Okay, I'm going to end this call right now.
I'm a judge.
Is being on YouTube above or below public access TV? That's a good question. More people potentially will see you on YouTube, but it's harder to get on public access TV. So, I guess it's by what metric are we saying, you know?
Imagine you're fucked, bitch. Fuck you. That's what they do. They don't want to pass it along.
I literally saw one of these sovereign citizens once brag to a cop, like, I have 50,000 views on YouTube. Which, if you don't have a YouTube, that's not that many views on YouTube. Empty the tanks of 20 bits. Yeah, he's acting like this is a mic drop moment. It's not. You're just making yourself look foolish, yeah.
Fucking criminal pieces of shit. But this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with unaccountable civil servants of a corporation committing genocide on all mankind. Fuck them.
Look into my eyes. I'm retarded.
Okay, this is where I get upset, because this is not allowed in law, in legality, in any of that. So to whoever that just was, you're going on YouTube. Fuck you. No, I'm asking who's in charge of your department.
Christian American with 100 bits. I'll be joining Jade Skywalker with Jeff. She runs the TV and gets mad if two are playing at the same time. Plus, we're trimming the tree. All right. I hope the stream goes well. I'll probably raid Jeff in a little bit. So, hope it's good.
You guys are taking complaints.
Thanks for coming, by the way.
Do you understand that's criminal, not identifying yourself? And you're not a government, you're a USA-based corporation. What's your name? Or your supervisor's name? You cannot...
Wait, is he claiming the Canadian government is a USA-based corporation? There's a lot to unpack about the wrongness of that statement.
Not identify yourself. Then fuck you, bitch. We're coming for you. We're gonna come find out who you are through your work. I'm getting private investigators, and we're going after all of you.
How has he not been arrested? This is threats. He's literally just threatening someone over the phone.
Real government, you fucking cunt genocide piece of shit.
Wow.
You fucking feel me, you fucking bitch? This is all recorded? Lee, you're fucking done, bitch. I'm a judge. You're fucked.
So that...
What a nut! Who boy? Oh, this guy's gonna be fun. He's regularly posting. Oh boy. Marcel Bissett. Hello, Marcel Bissett. Welcome to my beautiful collection of people to laugh at. I'm like the crab from Moana. Just have lots of shiny, crazy people that we get to talk about. So that's good. So let's see who's streaming. I think Jeff is streaming. Assuming so, we will raid Jeff. Is he not live yet?
Hi.
Happy anniversary. There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Antipodians go to 50 bits. Hannah, what's your name? Marcel. Well, Marcel, you're gonna be famous on Twitch. Oh yeah, he does stream on YouTube for the roundup. He should simulcast it. That would be cool. Because I think like Streamlabs OBS now, you can stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. That's a shame. That XY girl 50 bits just had a dragon boss in a D&D game whose horde was people. Your comment reminded me. Chud Logic. We can raid Chud Logic.
Spectre of Backmarker's renewed tech is up to 70% off every single day.
All right, so thanks everyone for coming to the stream. It was fun. Tomorrow is Baja Blast's birthday, so we're probably just gonna be spending the day together. So I don't think there's probably gonna be a stream tomorrow. But who knows? Either way, I'll be around Tuesday for Tinfoil Tuesday, so we'll look at some conspiracy theory stuff. It'll be a good time. So, have a good night, everyone. Chat's valid.
They just have a functional relationship with it. It's there for transactions. It's about trade, etc. Whereas working class people who are often more rooted and with a greater sense of community are more inclined to see it as a home. So you have the transaction.